Thanks for tuning in to today's broadcast of a live sports event featuring the Abernathy Antelopes and Lady Lopes. Today's broadcast is being streamed and is under the authority of AA Sports Properties. Today's broadcast is made possible because of the generous support of the following sponsors: the Abernathy Independent School District, Nutrien Ag Solutions, First State Bank, the First Baptist Church, South Plains Auto Ranch, Reb Lopes with Exit Realty, Abel Funeral Home and Flower Shop, St. Isidore Catholic Church, Plains Land Bank, St. Clair and Massey Orthodontics, Lambert Insurance, The Junk and Farmers Market, Nana's Donuts, DB Media, JC Refrigeration, Vista Bank, Webb Vision Center, Ty Horsford with Movements Real Estate, Abernathy Little League, and the Hill Veterinary Services. When you're looking to do business in any of these industries, we encourage you to check out these businesses when you can. To join these businesses and organizations and to show your support for the Abernathy Antelopes and Lady Lopes on our broadcast, you can call or text us at 806-773-4658. Thanks again for watching, and we hope you enjoy the broadcast of this live sports event featuring the Abernathy Antelopes and Lady Lopes. And good evening, Abernathy, Texas, and good evening, fans of the Abernathy Antelopes and Lady Lopes. It's another Friday night of high school football here in West Texas. I guess you still call this West Texas, as Abernathy has made one of their longer road trips of the season, as we are in the heart of the oil patch here tonight, as we've made the trip to Stanton, Texas, as the Abernathy Antelopes in a district battle with the Stanton Buffaloes. Good evening, and thank you for joining us. Glad you're with us if you didn't make the 2-hour road trip here to Stanton tonight. And just 2 games left of the regular season, and a lot to be decided these last couple weeks of the year. As tonight you've got the Abernathy Antelopes 3-5 on the season. They are 1-2 in district play, and you've got the Stanton Buffaloes. They come in at 1-7. And they are 0-3 in district play here tonight. Joined on the broadcast this evening by Chance Rocha. And Chance, Abernathy at home kind of turned some heads a week ago in a big way. They were actually named the Dave Campbell's Texas Football Class 3A Team of the Week last week, as Abernathy a 48-0 shutout win over the 9th-ranked Littlefield Wildcats last Friday night at home. And that kind of gives you a little bit of optimism moving into tonight's ball game, a game that you're probably the favorite for the first time in a month, 4 or 5 weeks. And we'll see how the Antelopes ride that momentum from last Friday on the road here tonight against the Stanton Buffaloes.
You know, Ty, I agree with you there. It was a big win last week, and all the recognition goes to the Lopes. A lot of hard work, and I think they came out hungry. But that win last week doesn't mean anything if we don't come out here and take care of business the next 2 weeks. And we talked about that a little bit. You know, they need to keep that same hunger, that same drive, and that same enthusiasm going into tonight. Yes, you may be expected to win, but that doesn't mean Stanton's going to just roll over for you. They got beat big last week against Coahoma. Coahoma put up 70 points on them. They got beat 70-28. But they've already played Roosevelt, and they played them a hard-fought game. Roosevelt came out with a tough win, 28-21, and, you know, us already playing Roosevelt this season. There's no guarantees. That's why we play 4 quarters, so we need to come out with that same hunger and that same fight here tonight.
Last week you mentioned both of these teams in action. Abernathy, the 48-0 win over Littlefield, and you mentioned Stanton giving up 70 last Friday night against the Coahoma Bulldogs. They fell short 70-28 in that ball game. These two teams met a year ago in the second to final week of the season. Stanton made the road trip to Abernathy, and the Abernathy Antelopes took another step towards the district title that they won last year with a 24-0 shutout win over the Stanton Buffaloes a week ago. Let's talk a little bit, scout the opponent, if you will, and talk about Stanton here tonight. Stanton, they opened the season with a victory over San Angelo Grape Creek. Since then, the Buffaloes have lost 7 consecutive games, and on the season, they've really struggled defensively, giving up almost 40 points per contest, 36 points per game, and only scoring 17. That's not a recipe for success. And really, looking at some of their numbers, Chance, they average 329 yards of offense per contest, which is not that bad. They've just struggled finishing drives and putting points on the board, and that's a trend you hope will continue tonight if you're a fan of the Antelopes.
Yeah, looking at them from a stats perspective, they're pretty balanced. They're going to throw the ball just about as much as they're going to run the ball. But like you said, they've struggled with actually just putting the ball in the end zone. So from the 20s, they're pretty good, but putting the ball in the end zone and putting points on the board, hopefully, like you said, they continue to struggle with that tonight, and Abernathy's able to keep them off the scoreboard. But they do have a couple of good players to watch. Their quarterback, Jake Benedict, he's thrown for about 1,200 yards so far this season. He does have more interceptions than he does touchdowns, 14 interceptions and 11 touchdowns on the season. And then the running back, Cameron Isman, has 100 yards rushing per game with 2 touchdowns. So mathematically, with the loss tonight, Stanton, they're kind of fighting for any kind of last hope. But if they lose tonight, they're going to be eliminated from playoff contention.
And we'll talk a little bit more about that as we go along. And I would assume that tonight is probably senior night as well for the Buffaloes, playing their final home game of the regular season as they are just completing the coin toss out. It looks like Abernathy has, in fact, won the opening coin toss, and they're going to get the football first when we kick things off here in just a little bit. Let's switch gears and talk about the Abernathy Antelopes a little bit. We really, frankly, saw a different Abernathy team last week than we've seen really all season long, especially in district play, in that upset win over the Littlefield Wildcats, as they racked up just shy of 400 yards of offense, Chance, and 377 of those 400 yards came on the ground. Abernathy, just a rushing machine last Friday night. Defensively, the Antelopes, they've struggled at times this season, but they shut out a Wildcat team last Friday that was averaging almost 50 points per game for the entire season. And you really cannot talk about that win last week without talking about, and I'm not even giving him a position. I'm saying athlete Rolando Martinez, because he does a little bit of everything for the Abernathy Antelopes, as he got all sorts of accolades this past week. His 5 touchdowns last Friday night, over 200 yards rushing, and 2 interceptions on defense. He also runs kicks back on special teams. So Rolando can do a little bit of everything for you. But keep an eye on, as well, Lance Ponciano in that Abernathy backfield, Chance. He had a quiet 14 carries and 88 yards against Littlefield last week. And if he can turn out those kind of numbers, it helps keep opposing defenses honest. And without a guy like Alan Macias, who's out for the year with injury, a guy like Ponciano is big for the Antelopes.
Yeah, he's big, and we're just going to have the same kind of game out of Rolando. You know, we talked about somebody coming out and just being a dog and being that leader, and he came out and he put that cape on and he said, all right, I'm going to start it, boys, and let's finish it together. And it got started on the defensive side up front with those big men working hard, doing their job on both sides of the ball, and then him just putting that cape on and just taking it to the house. It seemed like almost every other play.
Let's take a quick break, or we'll keep it right here, but swing it out to the field as we're going to have tonight's national anthem. And I don't know that you could hear that, a faint national anthem across the way from the Stanton band. Again, situated tonight. A bird's eye view on the top of the visiting bleachers tonight, our seat this evening for this battle between the Abernathy Antelopes and the Stanton Buffaloes. And Chance, let's take a quick look at the district standings coming into this second to final game of the regular season. And really a lot still on the table. Could happen good or bad as far as the Antelopes are concerned. You've got the Idalou Wildcats who can all but clinch a district title tonight with a win over the Littlefield Wildcats. They are 3-0. Then you've got Littlefield and Roosevelt, those two teams at 2-1. And then right now, in a tie for that fourth playoff spot, you've got Coahoma and Abernathy at both 1-2. And Stanton, they are defeated at 0-3 on the season. As we're about to kick this one off, we'll talk a little bit more about the playoff scenarios as we go. But the Stanton Buffaloes to kick it off right to left, and we're underway tonight from the oil patch. Abernathy running it back on the far side of the field. A pretty good return out across the 30-yard line, and the Abernathy Antelopes will have it first from their own 35-yard line. Pregame show tonight brought to you by Clark Riley Insurance, and that's a First State Bank kickoff to get things started tonight for the Abernathy Antelopes. And we'll keep an eye on it, Chance. You saw a mix of Trejo and Martinez in the Antelope backfield taking snaps last Friday. We'll see what that looks like tonight against the Buffaloes.
Yeah, I'm curious to see how they come out. Like you said, we ran a little bit of that Wildcat and then, your regular shotgun formation. It looks like we're starting with the traditional shotgun formation here with Trejo in the backfield.
Two receivers spread to the far side. Trejo, an option, look to the near side, pitches it to Rolando Martinez. He gets by an initial wave of tacklers and takes it across the 40-yard line to the 41. A good gain of 5, maybe 6 yards on first down. That's an option pitch to the near side to Martinez.
And Martinez is already running hard. Ran over a Stanton defender there and then just kept dragging another one until he got pulled down.
Ball going to be on the right hash mark. That's the Antelope sideline. Spotted at the 42-yard line. A gain of 7 yards. There's the snap. Handoff goes to Martinez. Another hole for Martinez up the middle. And he takes it close to a first down at about the 46, maybe the 47-yard line. And it'll be third down and short coming up here for the Abernathy Antelopes. As first third down opportunity here tonight for the Lopes. As Trejo again to take the snap from the gun. As there's the snap, handoff again going to the near side. This time the Stanton defensive front was waiting on Martinez shy of the first down, and so it's decision time early here for Coach Wiley and the Antelopes, facing a fourth down and short. No gain on the handoff to Rolando Martinez.
Yeah, curious to see what they do here. It looks like they're changing out some unit, but not sure if it's for punt formation or, it looks like they are going to punt. Shadden's back there to punt.
As at least they'll line up to punt. That was an adventure last Friday for the Antelopes. If there was one thing that didn't go too well, it was some of the kicking duties and special team stuff. And before we do it, though, we're going to have a timeout on the field as Abernathy wants to talk it over just a little bit before Shadden comes out to possibly punt it away. Just underway here tonight, Abernathy's opening possession of the night. The Antelopes and the Stanton Buffaloes tonight from Stanton, Texas. Glad to have you with us on the broadcast. We'll go ahead and keep it right here as Abernathy was trying to avoid chance a 3-and-out on their opening drive, but unless something unforeseen happens here, Abernathy will be forced to punt after 3 downs on offense.
Yeah, that's a tough way to start, especially after that big emotional win that we had last week. You want to come out and make a statement early, and so if we're having a punt right here in the opening possession, our defense is going to have to hold strong to start this game.
We've got fourth down and short. Now it's not Shadden back there, so keep an eye on this. Trejo is kind of in the punting formation. We'll see if it's an actual kick by Trejo or if the Antelopes do a little bit of something here as Trejo set to punt it away.
They're looking at numbers here. He's looking at the sideline.
There is a man back deep. There's the snap, and there's the punt as they're going to knock it down. It's going to bounce, and it's going to go back inside the 10-yard line. It'll take an antelope hop back inside the 5. That's a good punt by Elijah Trejo. And Abernathy has the Stanton Buffaloes pinned deep on their own side of the field to begin their first offensive possession.
Yeah, for kind of a quick pooch kick, that was a great punt. I don't know what Stanton's returner was thinking there. He kind of let it watch him bounce beside him, but if he would have at least fair caught it or, caught it, he probably could have stopped him from getting pinned so deep. But, hey, that's good news for the Lopes here. Let's see if maybe we can keep them down there close or maybe even get a safety.
As leading the Stanton Buffaloes onto the field, Jake Benedict, he takes the snap, hands it off towards the middle. Pretty good push defensively up front there by the jerseys in white. A short gain at best, and it will be second down coming up for Stanton.
Yeah, just a little bit of breathing room there, but not a big gain.
I believe that was Iseman, the ball carrier, as you're going to see him more times than not out of that Buffalo backfield. But again, they will throw it some too. A pretty balanced offensive attack. In the shotgun is Benedict. He takes the snap. He fakes the handoff, a quick screen over to the far side in man coverage. It is caught over there as that's just shy of the 15-yard line. That's hard to see those jerseys. You would think white numbers on red jerseys would be easy to see. That might have been for the Buffaloes number 13. No, it wasn't 13. Might have been Aiden Louder. I'm not for sure there. But it is a first down grab over there on the far sideline for Stanton.
Yeah,
in the shotgun again here is Benedict. He takes the snap. Handoff goes to the middle, and this time the Antelopes get to him quickly right near the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, big play out there by Dane Provost. He's kind of snuffed it out right from the start, made a big play in the backfield. Yeah, and they don't have any yard markers on the far side of the field, which is kind of confusing as well.
In the shotgun, there's the snap. Handoff coming to the near side. And it's a short gain. It's going to be third down and 7 now for the Buffaloes.
Big third down right here. If we can stop them deep in their territory and maybe force them to punt, that'll give us good field position on our next drive.
That is big third down here for the Antelopes. Third down and long. In the shotgun is Benedict. Benedict takes the snap, looking to throw to the near side. It is caught, but getting over there is Levi Carrillo, number 7, to make the defensive stop here for the Abernathy Antelopes, and it's going to be the Stanton Buffaloes forced into a punting situation on their opening drive of the night.
Big play right there by Carrillo. When we're used to calling his name all the time on defense and sometimes on offense, so expect him to step up big tonight.
As they are set to punt it away. As an end-over-end kick, it is going to go down the field, and Rolando Martinez fumbles it around at the 44-yard line, and he is going to fall on it to save the possession. That could have been disaster for the Antelopes, but they do get it at about the 44. So pretty good starting field position. Abernathy winning the battle of field position here early. That's a defensive stand there, brought to you by the South Plains Auto Ranch.
You know, we didn't really talk about it too much in the pregame, but that's one of the kind of the keys to the game here, Ty, is who's going to win that line of scrimmage up front and how we're going to respond. And so far, so good. You know, a big defensive stand, and let's see if we can get rolling here on offense.
As in the shotgun is Elijah Trejo. Trejo going to take the snap, handoff, going to the middle. Big hole up the middle. Rolando Martinez, he gets into the open field and breaks it. It's a foot race down the sideline. Martinez, 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown, Abernathy. It is a 57-yard touchdown run by Rolando Martinez. He got good blocking up front chance, and he is off to the races. And if he gets behind the defense, you're not going to catch Rolando Martinez.
Yeah, you're not going to catch him because we don't let him wear that cape out there on the field. So when he gets past that first set of defenders, he's kind of gone on that one. And we talked about it just right before that. Who wins the line of scrimmage? And our big man got to push up front there, and Rolando took it to the house.
As the PAT is up, and it is no good. And special teams continues to be a bit of an adventure for the Antelopes. It's Abernathy 6 and Stanton nothing. We'll take a timeout and come back. You're listening to Abernathy Antelope Football. You don't have to travel across the state to find a used car. South Plains Auto Ranch right here in Abernathy has you covered. Austin and his team are ready to go to work for you to get you in your new ride. With in-house financing available, South Plains Auto Ranch is a win-win situation. Come see us today on South Avenue D in Abernathy or give us a call at 806-298-2200. We are behind the Lopes and the Lady Lopes this season. As welcome back for the First State Bank kickoff, as it's an end-over-end kick, a short kick that's returnable from the 23, but a fair catch made at the 23-yard line. So it's a First Baptist Church touchdown on Abernathy's second offensive possession of the night, as Rolando Martinez chants that is his sixth touchdown in less than the last 5 quarters, as Martinez on a tear for the Antelopes.
You know, we needed somebody to step up and kind of be the leader, and he's been the man for the job. And hopefully the rest of the team continues to follow him like they did last week. And let's see if we can get another big stop here on defense and keep it rolling.
See if you can turn some defensive momentum into offense if you're the Antelopes. So oftentimes that is how it happens. Again, glad you're with us here tonight on the road in Stanton. 6:52 left to play here in this opening quarter. Abernathy, an early 6-0 lead on the Buffaloes. As again, Benedict going to lead the Stanton Buffaloes out onto the field, and he's in the shotgun formation. He's going to take a snap, 2 receiver spread to each sideline. He slings it over there. It is caught as hauling it in on that far sideline, number 10, Jaden Hinojosa. He's a freshman getting a catch of about 5, maybe 6 yards on first down, and it will be second down coming up here for the Buffaloes. And I don't know that Stanton's going to throw it down the field a whole lot, but you're going to really have to watch those short 4, 5, 6-yard routes, it would appear, for Stanton tonight. In the shotgun is Benedict. Receiver stacked to the near side. The handoff comes to the near side, and getting free, as it looked like Abernathy's number 55 was going to be there, Kelton Carver, but the ball carrier able to get free and push forward out across the first down marker out to the 45-yard line for a Stanton first down.
Yeah, that was kind of surprising there. Usually the refs will blow that dead when the momentum stops, but they kind of let them continue to push forward. So kind of a bigger gain than you expected there on that play.
Good push there up front offensively by the Buffaloes. 5:55 left to play and counting here in the first quarter. Abernathy leading 6-0. Stanton with the ball, moving right to left. In the shotgun is Benedict. He takes the snap. Handoff goes up the middle. And this time the Antelopes are there. I think reaching in and getting a shoelace initially was Dane Provost again. Chance number 14 making a nice defensive play after a gain of just 1.
Yeah, it looks like Dane is kind of sneaking out there on the outside. And as soon as he sees that handoff, he's just diving in there for that halfback and trying to make those big plays in the backfield.
Second down and 9. In the shotgun again is Benedict. He takes the snap, bootleg to the near side. He's being chased by Provost, and he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. Caleb Brown and Dane Provost, the sandwich sack behind the line of scrimmage for the Antelopes.
Yeah, so far, number 14, Provost, has been all over the field. He's already made 3 or 4 tackles on defense, and he looks hungry out there coming off the outside edge.
As it's going to be third down and long now, as that's a pretty big loss on the play, chance of about 8 yards. And you lack the defensive presence here early for Abernathy.
Yeah, they're staying hungry here. Expect Stanton to come out and try to throw the ball, and I'm curious to see. It didn't seem like they're going to try to get it down the field too much, but they're going to have to here on this long third down.
Benedict is in the gun. He is going to take the snap, but before he does, they're going to back him up 5 more yards. As for the first time tonight, we've got a flag on the play, and Stanton is offsides. False start called on the Buffaloes, and so third down and long becomes third down and forever here for Stanton, and a golden opportunity for Abernathy to get off the field.
Yeah, golden opportunity to get off the field. I expect to probably send some pressure off the edge, maybe Provost again. And if they put the ball in the air, a good opportunity to try to get an interception for the defense.
In the gun, Benedict being chased by Provost from behind. Hit as he throws, underthrown, and it's incomplete. At midfield, Levi Carrillo breaks it up, but that started with the pressure in the backfield by Dane Provost.
Yep, he came laying off the edge again, and it was almost an interception, too. It was actually underthrown there by the quarterback for Stanton, but a big play on defense and another good opportunity to start with good field position for the Antelopes.
And that will back the Buffaloes up a little bit to make them punt it away, as they will be backed up to punt from about their own 20-yard line here. As the Buffaloes set to punt, there's the punt. It's end over end. It is going to be back, and Abernathy doesn't want anything to do with it, and it takes a pretty big Stanton Buffalo bounce inside the 10-yard line, and it will roll dead all the way back near the 5.
Yeah, curious to see why Roletta didn't get there. I don't know if he didn't expect it to roll that far, or he maybe thought it was going to go out of bounds, but that took a Stanton bounce, and it got us all within inside so long field here to start for Abernathy.
A defensive stand there by the Antelopes, brought to you by the South Plains Auto Ranch here on the broadcast. And Abernathy, their longest field by far tonight, as they are backed up at their own 5-yard line, backs against the goal line. There's the snap coming near side as a direct snap goes to Martinez this time. It's going to be a good run, but chance I think it may come back as a flag comes in from the Antelope backfield.
Yeah, it came from the backside umpire, so it looks like he's probably going to throw a flag in the area of holding for sure. Not much room to pull us back, but that's going to be half the distance to the goal, so that's going to make it even tighter for the Lopes.
I believe that was the first time we've seen Martinez take the direct snap and kind of that wildcat look, if you will, but that backs him up, like you said, half the distance of the goal. And this is just an area of the field, Chance. You obviously want to give yourself some breathing room, but this is a part of the field you can't afford to turn the ball over or make a mistake and give Stanton something cheap.
And that's something we've done, and since last game, we've played some mistake-free football. Flags are going to happen, but as far as turnovers and things like that, we've played pretty well. But it looks like we're going to stay in the Wildcat here.
As back there to take the snap is Martinez. Double Deuce does take it, and he goes to the left side. He pushes through for maybe a yard or two, but a pretty good defensive effort there up front by the Buffaloes.
Yeah, they got a pretty good push, but we got a little bit of breathing room, but curious to see what the play call here is on second and long.
Second down, we'll call it about 11 here for the Antelopes. Again, back up against their own goal line. As the ball spotted at about the 3-yard line on the left hash mark here for the Antelopes.
Looks like Trejo was trotting out on the field, so curious to see if we go back to traditional shotgun formation.
But you've also seen him line up in the slot and some stuff a little bit as well. As there's the snap, it is to Trejo. Looking to throw, he comes to the near side and sliding down and making a catch. The turf monster got him, though, as Carson Curry hauled it in. That is a completed pass brought to you by Reb Lopes with Exit Realty. But Chance Carson tried to kind of pivot quick and turn the ball up the field, and he lost his footing. And it's about a 2-yard gain at best there.
Yeah, great play call there. Perfect design, had him wide open, but there was a little pressure off the edge, so Trejo had to rush it a little bit and rush the throw a little bit. But, not much you can do there, just making sure you're not getting tackled in the end zone and completing the pass.
As we've got third down and long here for the Antelopes. Third down and 10. Ball at their own 5-yard line. Again, Trejo is in the gun. He takes the snap, empty backfield. Looking to throw, rolls left, throws it over towards the Stanton sideline, intended for Levi Carrillo, but pretty good tight man coverage. Breaking up the pass across the way was number 33, Ruben Aviles, for the Buffaloes, and Abernathy forced to another 3 and out.
Yeah, forced to a 3 and out there, and it was, decent pass. It wasn't going to get us the first down for sure, but there was some pressure coming from the inside there. It looked like number 13, possibly for the Stanton Buffaloes, was getting pressure on Trejo on that last play.
So Trejo to punt from his own end zone. He had a good punt a minute ago, high snap. He does go up to get it. He end-over-end kick. It is going to go back all the way to midfield. It is returnable, though, for Davis, but Davis is not going to go anywhere but backwards. Good coverage on the punt there by Abernathy, as it's about a 54-yard punt and about -3 on the return for Brett Davis.
And guess who? Dane Provost again. He's hungry tonight, making plays on defense and on special teams, and he was going nowhere on that one, and Dane Provost just put him in the turf.
But what Stanton has done here, at least the last couple of possessions, Chance, they've switched the field position battle a little bit. Early on, it was the Antelopes winning that battle. Now Stanton good starting field position at their own 47.
Yeah, curious to see what we do here. Big stand right here with them starting at midfield. We're going to need a big defensive stop.
As in the shotgun is Benedict. He takes the snap, looking to throw, does so over the middle, and it is underthrown. Somebody was on the wrong page. Receiver and quarterback on different pages there, as the receiver kept going down the field for an out route, and the ball was thrown more in the area where it would have been a slant or a quick stop and turn route.
Yeah, it was. The closest one to it was Rolando there, number 22 for the Antelopes, and he was even underthrown to him. But if that would have been any further on, it would have been an easy interception for Abernathy.
He had 2 of those last week. It's 2nd down and 10 for the Buffaloes. Abernathy playing tight defensively.
Looks like we're going to bring pressure off the edge.
In the gun, Benedict, handoff coming towards the left tackle as the ball carrier is Cameron Eisman, and he takes it out to midfield in a gain of 4. It'll be 3rd down and 6 coming up here for the Lopes.
Yeah, big tackle right there by number 4, Carson Curry from the Antelopes to make that stop. 3rd and long here for Stanton.
As neither offense has done much, minus the one big run by Rolando Martinez, they got Abernathy on the board.
Yeah, we talked about it earlier. Stanton doesn't make big plays, and they usually do pretty well inside the 20s, but they struggle with putting the ball in the end zone.
Inside of 10 seconds to play, looking to throw. Stanton a quick pass to the near side, and it wasn't even at the marker, Chance. It was short of the marker, but intended for Brett Davis. Benedict's throw a little high, an incomplete pass, and it's 4th down. We'll see what Stanton does on 4th and 6 with 8 seconds left in the first quarter.
Yeah, the pass was a little high. He did have him open, but I think he would have been tackled short of the first down, but just an errant throw there from number 13 for Stanton. Looks like they're going to go for it here unless they're going to pull some trickery out.
As you might see him drop back into a quick kick as well. We'll see. Jake Benedict to take the snap. It is a legit go for it. He rolls near side, throws it, and the pass is broken up by guess who? Double deuce Rolando Martinez. He reads the route perfectly, and he almost had maybe a pick six going the other way, but he darts in front of the receiver, and a nice defensive play.
Yeah, nice defensive play. He looked like he was sitting back there reading the quarterback's eyes. He read it the whole way and jumped in front of the route, and it was actually the receiver that was playing defense on that one to be able to yank it back from him and stop him from taking it for a pick six.
Another defensive stand brought to you by South Plains Auto Ranch, and the Antelopes are going to take over in good field position at midfield. In the gun is Trejo. Rolls near side, throws it to Martinez in the flat, 45-40. He turns it up down the sideline inside the 35. That's a Nutrient Ag Solutions first down and a gain of about 17 yards to Rolando. And that will take us, I thought we were, I can't really see the clock that well. I thought we were about to run out of time here in the first quarter, but I guess there was more than 3 seconds left like I thought. The goalpost is kind of in our way, and half the window in front of us is down too, so we apologize.
I like the play calling so far here by the Antelopes. They're keeping them honest, mixing in the run and the pass here. Looks like we're in the standard shotgun here for the Antelopes.
As Abernathy already going to take their second time out of the half, though, as they want to talk things over before this next play. We'll take a quick break as well. You're listening to Abernathy Antelope Football. One of Abernathy's longest-standing businesses is First State Bank.
People have been choosing First State Bank for all of their financial and banking needs since 1909. We are proud to be locally owned and operated, and we have 3 locations across the area to serve you. Abernathy's First State Bank is a longtime supporter of the Abernathy Antelopes and Lady Lopes and wish them the best of luck this season. If we can serve you in any way, drop by and see us at 402 9th Street in Abernathy or give us a call at 806-298-2556.
And welcome back here to Stanton, Texas tonight, everybody. 54 seconds left to play here in the first quarter. Abernathy a 6-0 lead on the road against these Buffaloes. Abernathy looking for their second district win of the season and second district win in a row as the Antelopes have it on the move. In the shotgun, taking the snap is Elijah Trejo. He hands it off left side, turning it upfield, trying to spin outside is Martinez. He takes it to the 25 and a gain of 6 on first down.
Yeah, it looks like we're going to continue to feed Martinez, and why wouldn't you? You know, he has a nose for the ball and a nose for the end zone the past week, so I'd keep feeding him if he's hungry.
Takes us inside of 30 seconds left to play here tonight in the first quarter. As in the shotgun is Trejo again. He takes the snap. He once again hands it off up the gut. As again, that's Double Deuce with the carry, and he's going to be close to the first down chance, and I believe he's about a yard short. It'll be third down and short, but we're going to flip into the field as that will, in fact, take us to the end of tonight's first quarter. Abernathy 6 and Stanton nothing. As you're listening to Abernathy Antelope football on the Abernathy Antelope Sports Network.
At Abernathy's First Baptist Church, our mission is to love God, love people, and to tell the world. Our pastor is Damon Pierce, and we meet for Sunday school at 9:30 and worship at 10:45. We offer a number of kids and youth activities, as well as a Wednesday night Bible study at 6 p.m. We'd love to welcome you and your family to Abernathy's First Baptist Church. If you have any questions about our church, feel free to give us a call at 806-298-2587. We are proud of our community and our young people, and we wish the Lopes and Lady Lopes the best of luck this school year.
Going to keep that there.
As welcome back here to Stanton, Texas, as we are set to start the second quarter tonight with Abernathy leading the Buffaloes 6-0. And one score update, not football related. The Texas Rangers, a 2-0 lead on the Arizona Diamondbacks in Game 1 of the World Series. Not that Chance doesn't have it pulled up on his phone screen right here in front of us.
Go Rangers, go Rangers.
We don't hide our fandom. In the gun is Trejo to begin the second quarter. Handoff up the middle, and Rolando just missed breaking another one, but a nice gain inside the 20, and that'll move the sticks again. It's a Nutrient Ag Solutions first down.
And like I said it earlier, you know, he's hungry, he's running hard. They're going to keep feeding him, but I expect them to mix in some more pass plays too. Like I said, keep Stanton honest for sure. But I mean, if it ain't broke, don't try to fix it. So if we're able to get those yards, chunk plays, 6-7 yards, expect them to keep the ball on the ground.
As it is a first down and 10 here, Abernathy in the red zone, already leading 6-0 over these Buffaloes. In the shotgun is Elijah Trejo. Trejo takes a snap, fakes the handoff, quick slant over the middle, and that was a pretty good look as Austin Fisher slashing across the middle. May have been thrown a little bit behind him, Chance, but that's one Fisher would like to have back. It hit him in the hands.
Yeah, he'd definitely like to have that one back, and as soon as he bobbled it, he kind of stopped and dropped his head a little bit. He knew he missed one there from Trejo.
And I think there's some opportunities when you're running the ball like Abernathy is to catch a defense off guard on a play like that. And so I like the play call, just need to connect it there.
Yeah, just got to execute there. But, you know, credit to, like I said, the play calling has been good, but continue to keep Stanton honest.
Handoff goes again to Double Deuce. Huge hole up the middle. Martinez touchdown. As 20 yards on the run just outside the left tackle to Rolando Martinez. He's got his 7th touchdown in the last 2 ball games, his 2nd one tonight. And it's a First Baptist Church Antelope score to give Abernathy a 12-0 lead.
Rolando continued running hard. Those big guys up front opened it up for him. He pulled a stiff arm out, and then one last stand defender kind of drug him into the end zone on that one. So continue to feed him, continue to give him the ball, and continue to put points on the board.
Abernathy trying to get the missed PAT back. They're going to go for two. Handoff again to nope, check that. Yeah, that is a handoff to Rolando. Push near the goal line. He's not going to get there, so the PAT is no good. As I thought for a minute, Rolando had kept it and rolled out, but Martinez stopped just shy of the goal line on the 2-point try. The Antelopes will settle for a 12-0 lead, and we'll take a timeout. You're listening to Abernathy Antelope Football.
The Abernathy community has trusted Abel Funeral Home and Flower Shop since 1991. Todd and his team bless many families by assisting them with funeral planning and services, while Carly and her crew at the Flower Shop have you covered with flowers, gifts, registries, and so much more. Both are locally owned and operated and are proud supporters of the Antelopes and Lady Lopes. If Abel's Funeral Home or Flower Shop can serve you in any way, give us a call today or come see us near the corner of 16th Street and Avenue D in Abernathy. At Abel's Funeral Home and Flower Shop, we are cheering the Antelopes and Lady Lopes on to victory this season.
As once again, good evening, Antelope fans, and welcome back. Another First State Bank kickoff following an Antelope touchdown. They lead it 12-0 here on the road against the Stanton Buffaloes. 11-14 left to play in the first half. Abernathy an end-over-end kick. It's returnable from the 20, but it's bobbled and just falling on it to save the possession right there for Stanton is number 33, Ruben Aviles. And it's going to be first down and 10 for the Buffaloes. As a chance, haven't talked about it enough the last couple of weeks, the performance of the big boys up front for Abernathy, as, yeah, you can talk about all the yards for Rolando, and rightfully so, but on that last touchdown run of 20 yards, an absolutely gaping hole in the middle of that offensive line for Abernathy and Martinez to run through.
Yeah, it all starts up front. When those big boys are making those holes, it makes it a lot easier for those running backs to get those big chunk yardage, so credit to them up front.
Benedict in the gun, three receivers to the right. Benedict's going to keep it, and he's going to go left, though, and he takes it across the 25-yard line. That's a pretty good play by Benedict on first down, and he just kind of picked and chose his way through Antelope defenders in a gain of 7.
Yeah, 14, Dane Provost kind of had him right there in the backfield, and he made kind of a nifty move to get out of that tackle, but Provost was in the backfield as soon as he got the ball, it seemed, and he was able to make a good move to get the most out of a busted play there.
Second down and 3 coming up here for the Antelope defense, rather. Benedict in the shotgun. He takes the snap, fakes the handoff, throwing it to the near side, and it's picked off. Right there to pick it off for the Antelopes is number 9 for Abernathy. That is Keegan Russum coming up with the pick, and Abernathy a golden opportunity to pour it on early here against the Buffaloes.
Yeah, big play right there by number 9, but it all started up front. Who else was in the backfield? Number 14, Dane Provost, blew up the play. They kind of did a pull handoff there, and he put the pressure on the quarterback in the backfield, made him rush the throw, and Russum jumped right in front of it to get the INT for the Lopes.
That defensive stand and turnover brought to you by the South Plains Auto Ranch. The Antelopes in business again with a short field at the 26-yard line. Handoff coming up the middle. It is Rolando Martinez taking the handoff from Trejo. Gain of about 3 as he just kind of pushes forward down to about the 22-yard line. As we near 10 minutes to play here in the first half of the ball game tonight from Stanton. Abernathy a 2-score lead, looking for more. In the gun, Trejo, he hands it off. Another big hole and a touchdown-saving tackle by a Buffalo defender as 22, Rolando Martinez gets down close to the 15, and that's enough for a Nutrient Ag Solutions first down.
Yeah, another touchdown-saving tackle. It seems like they've had a lot of those on number 22. One guy saving them from busting it big, but I'm curious to see what the play call here on the next one is to see if we keep it on the ground or put it in the air. You talked about it earlier. We had one of those quick slants that trying to keep Stanton honest, and they weren't ready for it, to see if we kind of turn to the passing or stick with the running plays here.
9:40 and counting left to play here tonight in the second quarter from Stanton, Texas. In the gun is Trejo, takes a snap. He does, in fact, hand it off. Breaking through a line of tacklers is Martinez inside the 10, muscling his way down near the 5-yard line. And it's another first down run brought to you by Nutrient Ag Solutions for the Antelopes.
Big run, running hard, continuing to push forward. Those big guys up front continue to do their job.
I don't know if he's going to outdo last week's performance, Chance, but another heck of a start is already over 100 yards rushing here for Rolando Martinez in the first half. He had 98 before this drive started, and he's added a big chunk to that as well. In the gun is Trejo. He takes the snap, hands it off to guess who? Martinez pushing for the goal line. He did not get in. He stopped just shy of an Antelope touchdown, and it will be second down and goal.
Second down and goal, just by the nose of the football. He tried to reach it out there, but they were able to pull him down just by maybe a foot or two short of scoring another touchdown.
As 8:35 left to play here in the first half of the ball game, the Antelopes once again doing it on the ground tonight, Chance. As a strong rushing attack, they've found a combo that seems to work well.
Seems to work well. Looks like they got the Wildcat guys in there right now with Rolando taking the snap.
As there's a push at the line of scrimmage and into the end zone, it is an Antelope touchdown. And that wasn't Rolando, was it? I'm not sure who that was. A quick snap to someone right at the line of scrimmage, and Abernathy finds the end zone again. It's 18-0.
Yeah, it looks like they kind of did a little trick play where we had a guy come in motion and get under center to take that in for a touchdown. Not sure who it was.
I hate to not give credit for the score there, as that kind of took us by surprise too.
Looked like it may have been number 66.
As the PAT is a bad snap, Rolando picks up the bad snap and tries to run it in to no avail. And if that was 66, it was Jackson Arrington. But no, that's not right.
Nope, he's wearing a different number. It was 66, but I'm not sure who's wearing 66 now.
We'll take a timeout and try and sort it out. We apologize if Grandma's listening back home. Nonetheless, it is an Antelope touchdown, and Abernathy leads 18-0.
If you are in need of a cool down, you need to give your friends at JC Refrigeration Cooling and Heating a call. As a South Plains leader in heating and air conditioning services, we can handle all of your needs, big or small. We specialize in residential, light commercial, and mobile home services. Give us a call today at 806-744-9855 or come see us at 1606 North University Avenue in Lubbock. JC Refrigeration, Cooling, and Heating is a proud supporter of the Abernathy Antelopes and Lady Lopes.
And here we are back at Stanton Buffalo Stadium tonight in the heart of the oil patch. Abernathy striking big here. They lead it 18-0. And another First State Bank kickoff following the First Baptist Church touchdown. And it's another kickoff that's returnable from about the 10-yard line up the middle of the field for the Buffaloes. Pretty good return out of about 20 yards to the 30-yard line. And that's where Stanton will take over. 8:04 left to play here in the first half. And Chance, you hoped that Abernathy wouldn't have a letdown after the big performance against Littlefield last Friday. And so far, so good. The Antelopes lead it 18-0 here in the first half.
Yeah, they kind of picking up right where they left off. You know, the only struggle that they've had really is on special teams. But other than that, play calling has been great on offense, and our defense has continued to step up and play big.
And it was Jackson Arrington that scored that last touchdown for the Antelopes. We did get confirmation of that, so want to give credit where it's due on that one. Screen pass to the near side. It is caught. And hauling it in was number 10, Jaden Hinojosa. but the Antelopes flying to the ball. Lots of white jerseys there to bring him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, first man of the ball there was number 9, Aaron Russell. He had that interception, made a big play there. He was able to grab him, corral him, and then Caleb Brown came over and faced him off.
As second down and long here for the Antelopes, or for the Buffaloes against this Antelope defense, who has been good all night long. As in the shotgun is Benedict. He airs it out, and he just throws. That should be grounding, as he just absolutely aired it out. He was under all kinds of pressure in the backfield, and he just threw it as far as he could, and there wasn't a receiver anywhere around. I'm surprised that Benedict doesn't get flagged for intentional grounding right there.
Yeah, I'm curious to see why they're not throwing the flag there. He was still in the pocket, and there wasn't anybody in the vicinity. So,
as Coach Wiley, I think, asking the same thing.
And there's
the flag. As Coach Wiley pleading his case, and the official that he was pleading his case to kind of said, okay, let's take a look at this, as it is an intentional grounding call. So that is a spot foul and a loss of down. That's a big one for the Buffaloes.
yeah, and there was pressure coming there from Abernathy. So, number 13 there for Stanton did all he could. I think he was expecting the receiver to be downfield, so he was just chunking it up there and, doing all he could, but mistake there by him, and big play there for the Lopes.
Third down and a long ways, as that backs the Buffaloes up near the 20-yard line, and so it's third down and about 22 here for Stanton. 7:11 left to play in the second quarter here. In the shotgun is Benedict, 3 receivers to the far side. Benedict, an empty backfield, steps up in the pocket, airs it out down the field into zone coverage, and it's incomplete. As good coverage by Levi Carrillo, number 7, and Rolando Martinez, number 22. And the pass is incomplete. It's another defensive stop. It's going to be fourth down here for the Buffaloes, a punting situation. And that defensive stand brought to you by the South Plains Auto Wrench.
Yeah, see what kind of punt they get off here and see if Rolando tries to run it back. The last one he kind of let go, but with them being pinned back so deep, expect him to try to return this one.
Rolando stands at about his own 46-yard line. And the Buffaloes are set to punt it away. It's an end-over-end kick. Rolando going to let it bounce in midfield. It takes another Stanton bounce across the 40 down to the 38. That's where it will roll dead, and that is where the Abernathy Antelopes will take over first down and 10 from their own 38-yard line. We want to give a special thank you tonight to the St. Clair and Massey Orthodontics of Lubbock, along with Lambert Insurance, the Junkin Farmers Market in Abernathy, along with Nana's Donuts, Vista Bank, the Webb Vision Center of Plainview, Hill Veterinary Services, and the Abernathy Little League, all proud supporters of the Antelopes and Lady Lopes. First down and 10 for Abernathy. They'll take over at their own 38-yard line. Another opportunity here on offense. In the shotgun is Elijah Trejo. Trejo takes the snap. He hands it off. This time it is Lance Ponciano stumbling his way across the 45-yard line, close to another Abernathy Nutrient Ag Solutions first down. And Chance, we talked about Ponciano getting some touches and getting some yards. I think this one's going to be wiped off the board. I didn't see the flag, but may have been a holding call against Abernathy here.
Yeah, I think it was a holding penalty there. And we said it before, Ponciano, same thing last week. Orlando was kind of the star of the game, but I think Ponciano, you could say, he was maybe the cherry on top. He was able to still get almost 100 yards, and he also had a touchdown running just as hard. So just being able to keep Stanton honest and say, hey, you can't just key on 22 because we got another guy, number 12, Ponciano, that can do just as much damage.
So that is a hurtful penalty, though. It goes from a 11-yard gain to a 10-yard loss, and Abernathy backed up inside their own 30. In the shotgun is Trejo. Receivers to the near side. Trejo going to come this way. He's going to keep it, and Chance, that one never stood a chance. Credit number 75 for the Buffaloes. That is Cooper Gernitz. coming up to make a nice defensive play.
Yeah, that play was kind of doomed from the start. It looked like somebody may have missed their blocking assignment on the outside over here, and they were able to make a big stop right there on Trejo.
Second down and long for the Antelopes in a slow-moving first half tonight from the oil patch. Don't they know we need the Sonic to still be open whenever we finish here tonight? Say that joking, obviously, as we go inside of 6 minutes to play in the first half. Handoff coming to the near side, and it is Rolando Martinez, the ball carrier, back across the 30 to the 33.
Oh, that was Ponciano.
That was Ponciano. I'm sorry. Excuse me. I saw 2, and I just assumed. But Ponciano, a nice carry of about 8 yards, got some of the penalty yardage back there, and it's still, though, going to be third down and long here for the Antelopes.
Yeah, probably aired out here. Credit Ponciano on that one. He was there were some defenders there in the backfield. He made the best out of a bad situation, was able to get some positive yardage. So looks like Abernathy's probably going to go in the air here to try to get a good chunk here on third down.
Nearing 5 minutes to play, second quarter. Trejo is in the gun, empty backfield. Looks to throw, rolls right. Throws it over the middle, and he had a wide open receiver chance, and he just overthrew him. Is Maverick Shadden. There wasn't a defender within 15 yards of him, but he overshot him. And now it looks like Trejo a little bit slow to jog to the sideline for the Antelopes.
Yeah, he had a little bit of pressure on him, but I think it was just one of those things where he was so wide open he couldn't believe it. And with that little bit of pressure, maybe a little of adrenaline rush, and he overthrew Shadden on that one. But unfortunate for the Lopes there. That would have been a big play, picking up that third and long here, but instead we're going to have to punt it here on fourth down.
As 3 and out for Abernathy. Abernathy to punt it away. Brody Shadden. A nice punt by Shadden. Good to see that, as it's going to roll all the way down inside the 20-yard line of Stanton. And that's when Brody needed chances. He had a rough night punting the football last week, but back to true form there for Shadden. A nice punt that's going to pin Stanton inside their own 20.
Yeah, big flip on the field position there, and nice punt there by Shadden.
As glad you're with us tonight, wherever you may be listening from. Even if you've got a split screen watching the Game 1 of the World Series tonight, we're okay with that as well.
I'm definitely okay with that as long as you're rooting for those Rangers.
Yeah, if you're rooting for Arizona, turn that thing off. As Benedict takes the handoff coming to the near side. And it's going to go for a short gain at best. Isom in the ball carrier. And it's going to be right at the line of scrimmage, no gain. And it will be second down and 10 coming up for the Buffaloes.
Yeah. Those big men up front, both on offense and defense, have been winning the battle. And so credit to those big men. We talked about it earlier, but they've been getting the push we need.
In the shotgun is the quarterback for the Buffaloes, and he looked to option pitch it to the left, but before he could do so, white jerseys flying into the backfield. Another tackle for loss for the Antelopes.
Yeah, it looked like it was number 60, Jake Harkey, was the first one there to the ball. And we're just getting that push up front, winning the line of scrimmage. And when you do that, you're going to be trouble on both sides of the ball, and that's what we've been doing the past 2 games.
As Benedict, I think he wanted to kind of option pitch it that time out to the left, but not even time to do that.
Yeah. The only option he had, I think, was to fall down. He had too many white jerseys around him.
Third down and long coming up for the Buffaloes. As good as Abernathy's offense has been, Abernathy's defense has been stellar here in the first half. In the shotgun is Benedict. Empty backfield, looking to throw over the middle. It's a fight for the ball, and Levi Carrillo wins it. At the 23-yard line, he picks it off. It's another Buffalo turnover.
Big play right there by Carrillo. I don't even know if that was an interception or not. They both kind of had it, and the Carrillo said, you know what, I think I'm going to take this. I'm going to outfight you for it. And a big play right there for number 7 and for the Abernathy Antelopes.
And another short field for the Abernathy offense as the second turnover of the night, brought to you by the South Plains Auto Ranch for the Antelope defense. Abernathy going to kind of tighten up the formation at the line of scrimmage, as now there's some moving around. Watch out, Rolando goes wide to the right. In the gun is Trejo. There's the snap, empty backfield. Throws it over the middle, wide open at the 14-yard line is Brody Shadden. I believe. Yeah, that is Brody Shadden, number 1. And that is a reception brought to you by Red Lopez with Exit Realty. And that was an interesting-looking play there by the Antelopes. Chance, a gain of 9.
Yeah, that's a pretty cool little play, adding in that little extra motion. And those are some things that you kind of put in the playbook to kind of see what defenses are going to do in that situation and to kind of plan out, maybe next games and next steps, but being able to make sure your offense can run those type of plays.
As in the shotgun, there's a empty backfield now coming over to help out. Now this is going to come back. Rolando Martinez gets the edge, but I think Abernathy going to get flagged for another hold right here as a flag does come in on the field.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be a hold on Abernathy. Unfortunate, Rolando wasn't able to get in the end zone, but he was able to get to the edge. But back him up 10 yards for the Lopes on that one.
And that will back him up to 2:47 left to play here in the first half. And Chance, you talk about the World Series. Wanted to be sure and send out that reminder. I meant to do that this week, and I didn't. Kelsey Maxwell, one of our loyal listeners, that the Houston Astros are not playing in the World Series.
Yeah, I think they're going to be trying to match up against the Phillies in Mexico.
Playing for third place. As fakes the handoff, rolling right, looking to throw, an opportunity for Trejo to throw it down the field, and it's underthrown. Austin Fisher, the intended target, but it didn't quite get there.
Yeah, it looked like it may have been a little overthrown and a little underthrown. It looks like Carson Curry was also open on that one, but it was kind of an in-between. I don't know if Carson wasn't sure if he was supposed to jump up for it, and it was a little short of Fisher there. So trying to get on the same page with some of the passing plays here for Abernathy.
2:28 left to play here in the first half of the ball game. 3rd down and 11. In the shotgun is Trejo. Couple guys stacked back there with him. Movement up front. This is a free play as Trejo airs it out. Man coverage down the sideline, and that could have been 6. Is alertly there, Chance. Trejo taking a shot because he knew it was offsides. McClendon Miller, I believe, may have been the intended target down the field. Was that number 88?
I don't know. Maybe is that 88 or 10? It may be Fisher again.
Might have been Fisher. One of the two down there. It was open over the shoulder. Just couldn't haul it in. But, again, you knew it was going to be defensive offsides, and Trejo took the shot. So 3rd and 10 becomes 3rd and 5 here for the Antelopes.
Yeah, and you want to make sure and punch it in the end zone. When we're in a short field like this, you definitely want to get points on the board.
In the gun is Trejo. He takes the snap, fakes the handoff, quick pass to the far side. Curry catches it, turns it up, and a chance. That's the exact same play that he had earlier that was there that he kind of slipped and fell after the catch. He doesn't slip and fall here, and Curry picks up a Nutrient Ag first down.
Yeah, makes a great catch, and then puts a punishing blow on one of those Stanton defenders to kind of run him over to push through and get that first down.
And it's first down and goal as the Antelopes have it inside the 10-yard line, and that's a big conversion on 3rd down there for Abernathy.
Yeah, big conversion with time ticking down right here before halftime. If we can get another big score here, that'd go well for the Antelopes.
In the shotgun is Trejo, hands it off to guess who? Double Do, stumbling towards the end zone. Give it to him and put it on the board. It's a First Baptist Church Antelope touchdown from 9 yards out for the 3rd time tonight, Chance. It is Rolando Martinez.
Like I said earlier, keep feeding him. He's still hungry, and they keep going to him. And why wouldn't you? If he ain't broke, don't fix it. Keep getting those touchdowns and keep giving those touches to Rolando. And credit to the Abernathy Antelopes and the big men up front for putting more points on the board right here before half.
As another Antelope touchdown, and we do have a Buffalo that is slow to get up inside the 5-yard line with 1:47 left here in the second quarter tonight. As you got to hope he's okay, as some training staff and coaches out to tend to the injured Buffalo, and now he is helped to his feet. With what we saw a couple weeks ago, you hold your breath every time somebody goes down. Luckily, this one doesn't seem to be quite as severe as kind of limping off the field there is a Buffalo.
Yeah, well, we got a little time here. I'm glad he's okay, and they're able to help him off the field. I'll kind of update some scores from around the district. Right now, almost halftime in Kahoma. Kahoma's actually leading Roosevelt 21-14. So
that could be a big result.
Yeah, hard-fought game there. And just so you know, the Littlefield Wildcats weren't pretenders, and they didn't come in here. They're playing a tough game at home against Idlew. Idlew is up. It's 21-12, but they're still playing Idlew tight.
As the PAT attempt here for the Antelopes, as the snap, the hold, the kick is up. And it is good. We got one there back, Chance. And it is 25-0 as the Abernathy Antelopes put 7 more on the board. We'll take a timeout and come back. You're listening to Abernathy Antelope football.
The Abernathy Independent School District is the heartbeat of our community. As a TEA recognized district, our students excel at the highest level on the field, in the classroom, in FFA and 4-H activities, band, and so much more. Abernathy ISD offers a variety of college-level and dual-credit courses to prepare our students for the future. We are proud of our students and wishing them the best of luck this season in all that they do. At Abernathy ISD, we are students today, leaders tomorrow, and antelopes forever.
And welcome back. Here's the Abernathy Antelope set to kick it off again. A First State Bank kickoff. And a little pooch kick to the sideline over here. It's going to bounce out of bounds, and that's going to be a penalty flag on the Antelopes. They tried to kick it short and catch Stanton napping. It doesn't quite work out there for the Antelopes, but it'll be the Buffaloes to take over. We'll see if they make them re-kick too, possibly.
Yeah, I'm not sure what they're going to do here. I don't think they're going to make them re-kick. It doesn't look like. I think they're going to take the penalties and just kind of go from there. Trying to catch them sleeping there, trying to get a big play, maybe try to get one more score before half and kind of put them away early. But, when you're up like that, you can do some of those things on special teams to try to put yourself in a better situation.
Antelopes lead it 25-0 over Stanton here in the first half from the oil patch. As 3 Rolando Martinez touchdowns and a Jackson Arrington touchdown, the scoring tonight for the Antelopes. Handoff comes to Eisman to the near side. He slings down shy of the 35. Tackle is going to be made there by number 66 for the Antelopes, Jackson Arrington. Well, not many times that someone wearing a 66 scores a touchdown, so that's what threw us for a loop earlier.
Yeah, threw us for a loop, and he's worn 66 early in the season. Then he shifted to 89 because he was playing a little bit of offense, and I think he's gone back to 66. And so he can do both, but I think he's going to stick with 66 probably the rest of the season.
As faking the handoff, keeping it to the near side, Benedict being chased to the corner and being run out of bounds by Carson Curry. But that's a decent gain there on the quarterback keep for Benedict. It's a first down for Stanton.
Yeah, and they haven't had too many positive plays, and with Dave Provost being in the backfield so much, he was able to make a nifty move there and get around Provost and then outrun Arrington to the edge. So credit to the quarterback there for Stanton on making a play when he had really nothing to go when it first started.
1st and 10 for Stanton. They've got it out to the 40-yard line here on their own side of the field. Benedict in the gun. That was offsides on the receiver out there. They didn't call it. And now running for his life, Benedict gets free, and he kind of just scampers up the middle across the 40 to turn it into a positive play. And, Chance, I may be wrong, but it looked like a receiver out top for Stanton that time got a little bit quick of a start.
Yeah, a little bit quick of a start, and I'm not sure why they didn't throw the flag there, but maybe it was just it's kind of hard to see across from our side over here, but it did look like he was off a little bit. But, hey, you got to play it as it's called, so we'll see what they draw up here on second and about 6 or 7.
Give Benedict 4 on the QB scramble. In the shotgun, trips to the near side, looking to throw. Hit as he throws, and he got it out there. Nice job by Benedict, but a little bit underthrown, and the pass is incomplete.
Yeah, number 14, Dane Provost, was all in his face. He's been there all night, and I think Benedict has been expecting him, and that's why he's having to rush those throws out there to those receivers.
As I believe there's just 21 seconds left here in the first half of the ball game. as Abernathy trying to get one more stop here before heading to the locker room. In the gun, there's a handoff up the middle to Iseman, and Abernathy all over it again, as flying in there was Dane Provost, and we've said his name a lot tonight, Chance, on defense.
Yeah, and I think he's just keying on what they're doing. As soon as he sees a handoff or a drop back, if he doesn't have a guy coming out of the backfield, it looks like he's just putting as much pressure as he can. And looks like Abernathy's going to take it in the half, up 25-0.
And that is, in fact, the end of the first half tonight from Stanton, Texas. All Abernathy has 3 Rolando Martinez touchdowns and a Jackson Arrington score. The scoring tonight, and the Abernathy Antelopes lead it 25-0 over the Stanton Buffaloes. And there's a conversation being had between Coach Wiley, one of the assistant coaches, and the official. Not sure what that's about, Chance, but for the most part, it's going to be all smiles in that Antelope locker room at halftime as they lead it 25-0.
Yeah, expect it to be all smiles. They'll probably talk about a couple scheme things and a couple things, making sure we're not getting those silly holding penalties and just keeping sound on defense. I think the biggest thing going into halftime is going to say keep it up, keep staying hungry, keep playing with emotion, and keep playing hard. You know, we haven't a lot of points on the board. If you can continue to go that and continue to roll this the rest of the game, that's going to bode well going into our last district game coming up next week.
We'll take an extended timeout here at halftime. Catch our breath. Again, you're listening to Abernathy Antelope football on the Abernathy Antelope Sports Network. Abernathy 25 and the Stanton Buffaloes nothing here at the half.
One of Abernathy's longest-standing businesses is First State Bank. People have been choosing First State Bank for all of their financial and banking needs since 1909. We are proud to be locally owned and operated, and we have 3 locations across the area to serve you. Abernathy's First State Bank is a longtime supporter of the Abernathy Antelopes and Lady Lopes and wish them the best of luck this season. If we can serve you in any way, drop by and see us at 402 9th Street in Abernathy or give us a call at 806-298-2556. The Abernathy community has trusted Abel Funeral Home and Flower Shop since 1991. Todd and his team bless many families by assisting them with funeral planning and services, while Carly and her crew at the flower shop have you covered with flowers, gifts, registries, and so much more. Both are locally owned and operated and are proud supporters of the Antelopes and Lady Lopes. If Abel's Funeral Home or Flower Shop can serve you in any way, give us a call today or come see us near the corner of 16th Street and Avenue D in Abernathy. At Abel's Funeral Home and Flower Shop, we are cheering the Antelopes and Lady Lopes on to victory this season. The Abernathy Independent School District is the heartbeat of our community. As a TEA-recognized district, our students excel at the highest level on the field, in the classroom, in FFA and 4-H activities, band, and so much more. Abernathy ISD offers a variety of college-level and dual-credit courses to prepare our students for the future. We are proud of our students and wishing them the best of luck this season in all that they do. At Abernathy ISD, we are students today, leaders tomorrow, and antelopes forever. At Abernathy's First Baptist Church, our mission is to love God, love people, and to tell the world. Our pastor is Damon Pierce, and we meet for Sunday school at 9:30 and worship at 10:45. We offer a number of kids and youth activities, as well as a Wednesday night Bible study at 6 p.m. We'd love to welcome you and your family to Abernathy's First Baptist Church. If you have any questions about our church, feel free to give us a call at 806-298-2587. We are proud of our community and our young people, and we wish the Lopes and Lady Lopes the best of luck this school year. You don't have to travel across the state to find a used car. South Plains Auto Ranch right here in Abernathy has you covered. Austin and his team are ready to go to work for you to get you in your new ride. With in-house financing available, South Plains Auto Ranch is a win-win situation. Come see us today on South Avenue D in Abernathy or give us a call at 806-298-2200. We are behind the Lopes and the Lady Lopes this season. If you are in need of a cool down, you need to give your friends at JC Refrigeration Cooling and Heating a call. As a South Plains leader in heating and air conditioning services, we can handle all of your needs, big or small. We specialize in residential, light commercial, and mobile home services. Give us a call today at 806-744-9855 or come see us at 1606 North University Avenue in Lubbock. JC Refrigeration, Cooling, and Heating is a proud supporter of the Abernathy Antelopes and Lady Lopes. St. Isidore Catholic Church has long been a staple in the Abernathy community and is a proud supporter of our young people. Led by Father Brian, we offer Mass daily at 8:30 a.m. and on Sundays at 9 a.m., with adoration on the first Friday of each month at 7 p.m. At St. Isidore Catholic Church, we are praying blessings over our students for a great school year and are wishing the Lopes and Lady Lopes the best of luck this season. If you have any questions about our church, give us a call at 806-298-4278. For over 100 years, Plains Land Bank has specialized in financing rural property. We are passionate about agriculture and ensuring that producers are successful. Your land is more than just your livelihood, it's your legacy, and we want you to see it grow for generations to come. Let us help you own a piece of Texas. Come visit our Plainview office today or give us a call at 806-296-5579. At Plains Land Bank, we are a proud supporter of our West Texas high school student athletes. As a leader in the agriculture industry, Nutrien Ag Solutions is committed to helping West Texas growers reach their greatest potential. The professionals at Nutrien Ag Solutions pride themselves as being known as the ag retailer of the future with their focus on customer service. An emphasis is consistently placed on providing the best performing chemical, fertilizer, and seed products, financing programs, and second-to-none technology used in crop consulting and field application for their customers. With 6 retail locations located nearby, they are equipped with the experienced agronomists that are able to work alongside you to create the ideal plan for your operation. David Carver and his crew would like to say thank you for those that have entrusted them for years to service their needs, and would also like to wish the Antelopes a successful and blessed year. DB Media specializes in all things audio, video, and lighting. From designs and installs tailored to your commercial application, to concerts and corporate events, and even studio recording and mixing for bands and artists, DB Media has you covered. DB Media is a proud supporter of the Abernathy Antelopes and Lady Lopes this season. Your local leader in real estate is Ty Horsford with Movements Real Estate. In today's real estate market, you need someone you can trust, and that person is Ty Horsford. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or invest, Ty has the knowledge to guide you in the right direction. I'm proud to support the Lopes and Lady Lopes and pray that you have a wonderful and successful school year.
As once again, good evening, Antelope football fans, and welcome back here inside Buffalo Stadium in Stanton, Texas tonight, where the Abernathy Antelopes are enjoying a 25-0 lead here at halftime. Ty Horsford alongside Chance Rocha and Jarek Avila helping us out behind the lens tonight from Stanton, Texas. Glad to be able to bring this one to you here tonight. And Chance, we talked about it a little bit off air. You were a little bit fearful of a possible letdown to be in kind of a flat performance tonight after such an emotional win last week, but you have not had that. The Antelopes, they still seem to be flying to the football. Like you've said it well. They're hungry. They're playing hard. They're running through plays. They're making strong open field tackles. And Abernathy, it's led to a 25-0 lead here at halftime.
They just kind of picked up right where they left off last week and just continue to play with that emotion. Led by Rolando on offense and those big guys up front on both sides of the ball. And then tonight, Dane Provost has just been flying all over the field. I think he has about 6 or 7 tackles that he had credit for. But, any other play that's happened, it's kind of been him in the backfield that's been causing the mishap. Whether it was an interception or the missed throws from the quarterback, it doesn't always show up on the stat book, but a quarterback hurry does a lot, when you have somebody in the backfield like that on defense. And so credit to him tonight. And then Rolando just kind of picking up where he left off, with the 3 touchdowns already. And then the short trick play for Jackson Arrington to get in there on that 2-yard run that we had kind of on that last touchdown.
Let's take a look at some of the numbers here in the first half as Jarek Avila keeping us up to date on some of these stats. Elijah Trejo passing. He's thrown it a little bit more tonight, Chance. 4 of 7 passing, 39 yards. It's enough to keep the defense honest, knowing that it's a possibility. There were a couple of those in Elijah's defense. Could have been big pass plays that the Antelope receivers weren't able to make a play on. But Trejo, he's playing well under center for the Antelopes. And then on the ground, it has been Rolando Martinez one more time, Chance. He rushed for 5 touchdowns and over 200 yards last week. He's on his way to another similar-like performance as 14 carries, 131 yards, and 3 touchdowns for Rolando Martinez in the first half. And then Jackson Arrington, he only had 1 carry for 1 yard, but it was a big 1 yard as he scored a touchdown for the Antelopes. And a little bit of a trick play right at the goal line. He kind of came in motion and took the snap right out from the under center and just kind of was pushed into the end zone. You've also got Martinez, 1 catch for 18 yards. Carson Curry, a couple of catches for 17 yards. And Chance, those are some pretty good offensive numbers, but what I'm impressed by, as you have held Stanton to just 44 yards of total offense in the first half.
44 yards of total offense, and the biggest thing, carrying over from last week is keeping that 0 on the opposing team's scoreboard. When you can start defensively, and it don't matter if you score 7 points. If you hold the other offense to 0 points, you're going to win, the rest of the games of the season. And I think that's the biggest thing that I've seen where we've been playing with the most emotion. And it starts on defense, and if you can carry that over to offense, you're going to continue to flourish these last few games of the season.
That is 6 consecutive shutout quarters by this Antelope defense dating back to last week. And so Abernathy starting to play its best ball at the right time of year, Chance, and leading 25-0 here. You mentioned Roosevelt and Cahoma and Idalou and Littlefield both in pretty good ball games tonight. And so you'll know a lot more after tonight's results, but there's going to be a lot to play for next week when the Cahoma Bulldogs come to town for senior night.
Yeah, definitely going to be a lot to play for, and just some updated scores. Going into halftime, Cahoma up 28-14 on Roosevelt. So it looks like that those middle pack right there, that second and third a spot in district for the playoff standings is going to kind of be muddled, with Littlefield, Cahoma, and Roosevelt all kind of beating up on each other. But it looks like from now at halftime, Idalou is up 32-12 on Littlefield. Not saying that Littlefield couldn't come back, but it looks like Idalou's starting to pull away a little bit there. And if Idalou does win that game, their likelihood they'll probably win out and take the district title outright. So a lot of things can happen, but it can bode well for Abernathy if everybody kind of beats up on themselves and we kind of get some tiebreakers. We could finish, second or third in the district if we continue to win out.
At this point, you've got basically 4 teams that could end up anywhere from second to fifth in district, as you've got Littlefield, Roosevelt, Abernathy, and Cahoma all battling for second, third, fourth, and fifth place, and all playing pretty decent football right now. I think Idalou, they're hands down, like you said, the favorite. But outside of that, it's anybody's game here in district play. And the Abernathy Antelopes, with the performance last week and what they've done so far here tonight, they've kind of put it before them an opportunity to get into the postseason as the second or third seed potentially.
And that was the biggest thing we talked about, getting that huge emotional win over a ranked, a state-ranked Littlefield team to put up 0 on the scoreboard. And we were kind of talking about that off air. Was Littlefield, was their schedule just a little weaker than we expected, or did Abernathy's defense play that strong? And just seeing that they've already put up 12 points against Idlew, who we know how tough of a Wildcat team that was that we played early in the season, for them to already put 12 points up on them in the first half, that just shows how stellar Abernathy's defense is playing at the right time in the season.
Yep, that is absolutely right, and I'm not going to shy away from it. By far the favorite out of this region, Chance, around the area is the second-ranked Canadian Wildcats, and if you end up in the 4-hole of this district, you get a lovely matchup with the second-ranked Canadian Wildcats in the first round of the playoffs. So I would love to stay out of that 4 spot if you can. And just to put it into perspective, Canadian was an 86-point favorite tonight, according to Dave Campbell's against Tulia. And it was 28-0 at the end of the first quarter. And so that just kind of tells you what you're up against when you go play some of those teams in the Panhandle. There's some good football that's played up there.
Yeah, Canadian is just firing on all cylinders right now. I think this is going to be the third game of the year where they put up 40 to 50 points before halftime. And again, they're up 56-0 on Tulia right now, and it just went to halftime on that game. And they've already had 2 games this year where they have ran the clock and run 8-minute quarters in the second half. So that just shows you how dominant they've been on both sides of the ball. So hey, they still play 4 quarters, so not saying somebody couldn't upset them, but that would definitely be a tough draw if you finish in 4th and you have to go play a tough Canadian team to start off the playoffs.
25-0 here at halftime. Abernathy on top of Stanton. We'll take a timeout, come back, and get you ready for the second half. As once again tonight, you're listening to Abernathy Antelope football on the Abernathy Antelope Sports Network.
One of Abernathy's longest-standing businesses is First State Bank. People have been choosing First State Bank for all of their financial and banking needs since 1909. We are proud to be locally owned and operated, and we have 3 locations across the area to serve you. Abernathy's First State Bank is a longtime supporter of the Abernathy Antelopes and Lady Lopes and wish them the best of luck this season. If we can serve you in any way, drop by and see us at 402 9th Street in Abernathy or give us a call at 806-298-2556. The Abernathy community has trusted Abel Funeral Home and Flower Shop since 1991. Todd and his team bless many families by assisting them with funeral planning and services, while Carly and her crew at the Flower Shop have you covered with flowers, gifts, registries, and so much more. Both are locally owned and operated and are proud supporters of the Antelopes and Lady Lopes. If Abel's Funeral Home or Flower Shop can serve you in any way, give us a call today or come see us near the corner of 16th Street and Avenue D in Abernathy. At Abel's Funeral Home and Flower Shop, we are cheering the Antelopes and Lady Lopes on to victory this season. The Abernathy Independent School District is the heartbeat of our community. As a TEA-recognized district, our students excel at the highest level on the field, in the classroom, in FFA and 4-H activities, band, and so much more. Abernathy ISD offers a variety of college-level and dual-credit courses to prepare our students for the future. We are proud of our students and wishing them the best of luck this season in all that they do. At Abernathy ISD, we are students today, leaders tomorrow, and antelopes forever. At Abernathy's First Baptist Church, our mission is to love God, love people, and to tell the world. Our pastor is Damon Pierce, and we meet for Sunday school at 9:30 and worship at 10:45. We offer a number of kids and youth activities, as well as a Wednesday night Bible study at 6 p.m. We'd love to welcome you and your family to Abernathy's First Baptist Church. If you have any questions about our church, feel free to give us a call at 806-298-2587. We are proud of our community and our young people, and we wish the Lopes and Lady Lopes the best of luck this school year. You don't have to travel across the state to find a used car. South Plains Auto Ranch right here in Abernathy has you covered. Austin and his team are ready to go to work for you to get you in your new ride. With in-house financing available, South Plains Auto Ranch is a win-win situation. Come see us today on South Avenue D in Abernathy or give us a call at 806-298-2200. We are behind the Lopes and the Lady Lopes this season. If you are in need of a cool down, you need to give your friends at JC Refrigeration Cooling and Heating a call. As a South Plains leader in heating and air conditioning services, we can handle all of your needs, big or small. We specialize in residential, light commercial, and mobile home services. Give us a call today at 806-744-9855 or come see us at 1606 North University Avenue in Lubbock. JC Refrigeration, Cooling, and Heating is a proud supporter of the Abernathy Antelopes and Lady Lopes. St. Isidore Catholic Church has long been a staple in the Abernathy community and is a proud supporter of our young people. Led by Father Brian, we offer Mass daily at 8:30 a.m. and on Sundays at 9 a.m., with adoration on the first Friday of each month at 7 p.m. At St. Isidore Catholic Church, we are praying blessings over our students for a great school year and are wishing the Lopes and Lady Lopes the best of luck this season. If you have any questions about our church, give us a call at 806-298-4278. For over 100 years, Plains Land Bank has specialized in financing rural property. We are passionate about agriculture and ensuring that producers are successful. Your land is more than just your livelihood, it's your legacy, and we want you to see it grow for generations to come. Let us help you own a piece of Texas. Come visit our Plainview office today or give us a call at 806-296-5579. At Plains Land Bank, we are a proud supporter of our West Texas high school student athletes. As a leader in the agriculture industry, Nutrient Ag Solutions is committed to helping West Texas growers reach their greatest potential. The professionals at Nutrient Ag Solutions pride themselves as being known as the ag retailer of the future with their focus on customer service. An emphasis is consistently placed on providing the best performing chemical, fertilizer, and seed products, financing programs, and second-to-none technology used in crop consulting and field application for their customers. With 6 retail locations located nearby, they are equipped with the experienced agronomists that are able to work alongside you to create the ideal plan for your operation. David Carver and his crew would like to say thank you for those that have entrusted them for years to service their needs and would also like to wish the Antelopes a successful and blessed year. DB Media specializes in all things audio, video, and lighting. From designs and installs tailored to your commercial application, to concerts and corporate events, and even studio recording and mixing for bands and artists, DB Media has you covered. DB Media is a proud supporter of the Abernathy Antelopes and Lady Lopes this season. Your local leader in real estate is Ty Horsford with Movements Real Estate. In today's real estate market, you need someone you can trust, and that person is Ty Horsford. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or invest, Ty has the knowledge to guide you in the right direction. I'm proud to support the Lopes and Lady Lopes and pray that you have a wonderful and successful school year.
And once again, good evening, Antelope fans, and welcome back here to Stanton, Texas, where Abernathy leads Stanton 25-0 here at the half. Glad you're with us. And Chance, while we have just a little bit of time here before we start the third quarter, let us know a little bit of how our sub-varsity teams came out against Stanton this week.
Yeah, sub-varsity teams, we weren't able to get to it last week, so I apologize on that one. We had a couple good games and big games last week, and they were able to both get away with some wins. But this week we had another dominant performance from our 7th grade team. They got a 36-16 win here in Stanton. Another big performance on defense from everybody. Credit to Jace Hernandez, 44, came up with a big strip sack and fumble recovery for them. And then on offense, another heavy dose of Aiden Villarreal. He had a 60-yard receiving touchdown, 2 long rushing touchdowns, and also Aiden had a kick return for a touchdown as well. 8th grade had a big game, but came away with a tough loss, losing 22-20. Big games from the Micheletti boys, 2 passing touchdowns for Colt, both to Case, and then Colt also had a fumble recovery for a touchdown, but they just too little too late, weren't able to get on the board to kind of score there at the end of the game, and unfortunately fell to the Buffaloes. And then JV, their game got canceled. Stanton didn't have enough men to field the team, it sounded like, from their website.
As the Abernathy Antelope set to kick it off, a First State Bank kickoff to begin the second half, and running it back from the 20-yard line, we're underway. Stanton will have it as they take it out across the 30-yard line to the 34 on the run back there for the Buffaloes. It is Ruben Aviles, number 33, and we'll get our first look at that Antelope defense, Chance, that only gave up 44 yards of total offense to Stanton in the first half of the ball game.
Yeah, hopefully they stay strong, continue to get a big push up front for those big guys, and hopefully Provost can keep wrecking havoc there in the backfield.
Shout out to the Maldonado family who's listening and just kind of texted in a moment ago, supporting the Antelopes from afar. Glad to have you along for the ride, and wherever you are that you're listening and supporting the Antelopes from, glad to have you with us on the broadcast tonight. First down and 10 as Stanton's got it going left to right to begin this third quarter. As Benedict is in the gun, takes the snap, hands it off to Iseman. Iseman takes it shy of the 35-yard line. Pretty good push up front defensively by the boys in white again. A short gain at second down and 9.
Yeah, short game there, big push up front, and a big play right there by number 4, Carson Curry, making the tackle.
As a chance, as we go along here, if we have a chance in the second half, a big day around the high school athletic standpoint and the UIL standpoint is it was snapshot attendance day. They'll announce the new district realignment come February. But as we kind of go along here in the second half, may have a little bit of time to talk about what that means for the Antelopes moving forward as well. In the shotgun here is Benedict, hands it off to Iseman. He never got to it, though. Ball on the turf. And Abernathy saying they have it. They do. At first, I thought the official pointed to Stanton, but I think he pointed the wrong direction. And for the third time tonight, the Buffaloes have coughed it up, and that was just a mishandled handoff from quarterback Benedict to Iseman. And the Antelopes pounce on it for the third defensive turnover of the night.
Yeah, big turnover there. He was just bobbling the handoff the whole way, hit by an Antelope. It looked like Ponciano was the one that ended up with the ball there for Abernathy.
It was bouncing around like a ping pong ball, and the Antelopes finally secure it, and they've got a short field now at the 33-yard line. As Trejo in the gun takes the snap, hands it off to Martinez. Martinez gets to the near side. One play. He's going to take it to the house. Put it on the board. Maybe not. Yes, he did. He's into the end zone right at the goal line for the Antelope touchdown. Chance 33 yards as over 170 yards rushing on the night for Double Deuce. And there was a pause, but I thought there may have been a flag, but there wasn't. And the Antelopes get in the end zone again.
Yeah, the Antelopes got in the end zone. Big push up front. He was able to get to the outside, made one, got missed, and then that safety tried to come over, and he made one last cut and dove for the end zone to get in for Rolando.
It is a First Baptist Church Antelope touchdown. The PAT is no good, and Abernathy will settle for a 31-0 lead here early in the third quarter, but it's a South Plains Auto Ranch defensive stand and turnover chance that does the job for the Antelopes to start off the second half. as the turnover defense turns into offense. And with 10:51 left to play here in the third quarter, Abernathy is added to their lead. They lead it 31-0.
They continue to stay hungry and continue to play tough on defense. Defense turns to offense, and you keep feeding Rolando. And I'm curious to see how we continue to move on into the second half with the big lead here to see if we get some other guys, some carries, Ponciano, maybe Caleb Brown, and see who else can put some work in. Maybe give Rolando a little bit of a rest. You don't want to, work him too hard or possibly, risk an injury to a player like that. But also you want to make sure that you're staying true and staying honest and keeping Stanton honest, too, and not letting them think they can get back into the game.
As the First State Bank kickoff here for the Antelopes with 10:51 to go in the third quarter. It's an end-over-end line drive kick. It's going to take a bounce, and it's returnable from the 9-yard line, bobbled around by Stanton. And right now, Chance Stanton, they're having a hard time just even holding on to the football, and they're going to be backed up deep on their own end of the field again.
Yeah, he picks it up and then drops it, and he ends up just having to jump on it there. We know what Abernathy kind of swarming on him, but unfortunate turn there for Stanton, but good bounce there for the Lopes.
It's Chance Rolando Martinez. I'm trying to think of an Antelope that's had this kind of two-game stretch. It's been a while, as 9 times Rolando has found the end zone in the last 6 quarters in 1 minute. That's pretty impressive.
Like I said, he's hungry, and when he's hungry, you keep feeding him.
As looking to throw is Stanton to the near side. Pass incomplete, as it's intended for number 34. That is Gage McCown, but pretty good coverage there by the Antelopes at 2nd and 10.
Yeah, good coverage there by number 7, Levi Carrillo. Little bit of an errant throw, but Levi was all over number 34 there from Stanton.
As in the gun again here is Benedict. Benedict to take the snap, takes the handoff. He's being chased, gets away from one defender, airs it out into man coverage, and it's intercepted again. Rolando Martinez. He does it again, Chance. Another turnover, another South Plains Auto Ranch defensive stop, and another short field for Abernathy's offense.
Credit number 22, Rolando. He's going to get credit for that INT, but it all started with number 66, Jackson Arrington, put a lot of pressure on Stanton's quarterback there, and that pressure turns into a turnover for the Lopes.
And turnovers have been a problem for Stanton all year long, and unfortunately for them, it's continued tonight, but the Antelopes have been the beneficiary, and Elijah Trejo is in the shotgun, and here we go again. In the gun, Trejo swings it out to the far side. Carrillo. Carrillo stutter steps across the 40 and pushes down to the 35-yard line. And a late little extracurricular there as an Antelope takes a hit kind of after the play was over, but no flag. And that was Brody Shadden that was on the brunt end of that one.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on there. The umpire and the ref was right there in the middle of that, but I guess he may have thought that it was unnecessary to throw a flag on that one. But you definitely don't want to see things like that. It can get kind of chippy when there's a big lead like this, and so hopefully we have a clean game for the rest of the half.
That completed pass brought to you by Red Lopez with Exit Realty. As in the gun again, Trejo hands it off. That's Ponciano. Nice little seam up the middle for Ponciano, Chance, as he takes it for a Nutrient Ag Solutions first down inside the 30-yard line.
Yep, big man continue to get the push up front. Ponciano is able to break a big one, and touchdown-saving tackle there by the safety for Stanton.
First down and 10 once again. And, Chance, you mentioned a minute ago it started with the pressure in the backfield on the turnover. And this Antelope defense, I know we're on offense right now, but this Antelope defense has lived in the backfield of Stanton here in the ball game tonight. In the shotgun is Trejo again. 2 receivers set to the far side. Handoff again to Ponciano into the middle, and that time he ran into a red brick wall after a short gain at the 25-yard line. But you just can't talk enough about the defense's performance tonight. They've really set the tone, and Abernathy's offense has been able to remain constant and cash in and punch in and take advantage of those turnovers.
Yeah, it's a lot easier to take advantage when you know that your defense is going to put you in a good position. And they may set the tone, but the offense is definitely matching them there. And hopefully we can see them punch another one in here for 6.
As in the gun is Trejo, two receivers spread to the Antelope sideline. Handoff again, goes to the middle, bouncing near side. Ponciano, a big hole. He spins inside the 15-yard line down close to the 10. And it's another Nutrient Ag Solutions first down for the Antelopes.
1-2 Ponciano. I think we have a 22 and a 1-2 punch. So Ponciano's running hard just like Rolando was. And again, credit to those big men up front getting that push. And our running backs running hard.
As the clock rolls inside of 8:30 to play here tonight in the third quarter from Stanton. Abernathy leading 31-0, and they're looking to add to that here. Abernathy looking to get to 2 wins in district play. As there's the snap, Trejo hands it off, trying to sweep it out to the right side as Ponciano, as a flag comes in. This one may be a holding against the Antelopes, if I'm not mistaken. A second, the referee threw his half, the same one that threw a flag, which might mean a second flag. We'll sort it all out and see here.
I'm not sure what's going to happen. I think there's going to be a holding, but it looked like he threw his flag as an errant, maybe unsportsmanlike on Abernathy, but I don't know if that was after the play because the play was still happening when it happened.
But a lot of times when you see an official throw his hat after he's already thrown a flag, they only have one flag that they can throw, so we'll sort it all out here and see if we can't figure it out.
Yeah, we do have a Stanton Buffalo down on the field as well.
Let's see here. We've got a holding on Abernathy. Then we've got a dead ball personal foul also on Abernathy. And so both penalties are going to be against the Antelopes there.
Yeah, that's going to back them up. Unfortunate turn of events there, and the hold was already going to back them up, and then you add that unsportsmanlike conduct. And we talked about that. That was the one thing going into half. When you're coming in and you've scored, you're way up in points, and you've held them to a 0. Don't hurt yourself. Don't get those silly penalties. Don't get chippy on anything like that. Play smart. Continue to play, Abernathy Antelope football, and be sound and be, just win with class and lose with class. We talk about it all the time. You don't want to get chippy. You don't want to act ugly, and you want to play the way Antelope football should be played.
So you mentioned that that's going to back Abernathy up because I think both of those penalties will be assessed, and that's a 25-yard change in field position there. You've got a 10-yard holding penalty and a 15-yard personal foul penalty or unsportsmanlike penalty, and you look at the difference it makes. It goes from you've got it in the red zone, a first down at the 15-yard line, and now you're all the way back at about the 42.
Yeah, big penalty. And from seeing it on the field, it looked like, anything that happened during the play, but, the ref called it as extracurricular after the play. So unfortunate event for the Lopes, but definitely not a good turn when you're that close to the red zone, and now we're backed up almost to midfield.
Go inside of 8 minutes to play here tonight in the third quarter. Abernathy not in a hurry on offense, leading 31-0 here over the Stanton Buffaloes. In the shotgun is Elijah. Trejo takes the snap. He hands it off right into the middle. There is a gaping hole. Ponciano, he gets to the outside, splits defenders, takes it to the house. Give Ponciano 37 yards. It is a First Baptist Church Antelope touchdown, and this time it's Lance Ponciano in on the Antelope party.
That big run right there by Ponciano. He almost tripped up over his own feet at about the 20, but he was able to get back under himself and make a big run there for the touchdown.
As Abernathy has made it 37-0 here in the third quarter. And the PAT, the snap, the hold, the kick, it's a line drive, and it is no good. As there's a squirm for the loose ball, and it is no good. And so with 7:26 left to play in the third quarter, it is 37-0. Abernathy on top. We'll take a timeout. You're listening to Abernathy Antelope Football.
As a leader in the agriculture industry, Nutrient Ag Solutions is committed to helping West Texas growers reach their greatest potential. The professionals at Nutrient Ag Solutions pride themselves as being known as the ag retailer of the future with their focus on customer service. An emphasis is consistently placed on providing the best performing chemical, fertilizer, and seed products, financing programs, and second-to-none technology used in crop consulting and field application for their customers. With 6 retail locations located nearby, they are equipped with the experienced agronomists that are able to work alongside you to create the ideal plan for your operation. David Carver and his crew would like to say thank you for those that have entrusted them for years to service their needs, and would also like to wish the Antelopes a successful and blessed year.
And welcome back here to Stanton, Texas. Another First State Bank kickoff for the Antelopes, as they're going to kick it off right to left here. And Stanton going to run it again, a line drive, end-over-end kick. Another bounce at the 12-yard line, scooped up by Eisman. Eisman on the run back. He takes it across the 25-yard line. And he will be stopped shy of the 30. A 37-yard touchdown run by Lance Ponciano. Chance, he's now got 67 yards on the ground tonight for the Abernathy Antelopes. And you've got an Abernathy rushing attack again that is over 220 yards for the second consecutive ball game.
Yeah, rushing definitely has been the key to the game, and credit to the OC and to the coaching staff on being able to see, playing the numbers and sticking with what's been working for us. And I said it before, some people have a 1-2 punch. We got a 22 1-2 punch on us. So, both of them running hard, but again, credit to the big men up front. They can't go anywhere. These guys can't rush all over the field unless those big guys are getting a big push, and we're doing it on both sides of the ball here tonight.
7:19 to play here tonight in the third quarter. In the gun is Benedict. Benedict takes the snap, hands it off up the middle, and Eisman is thrown down by Levi Carrillo. Almost I went blank on the term. A body slam tackle there, going back to when I used to watch a little bit of WCW back in the day, but a nice tackle there by Levi Carrillo.
Yeah, Levi wrapped him up, and he tried to keep running, and he kind of suplexed him over the back and put him down on the ground. He said, "No, you're not going anywhere today." So big tackle there for a short gain.
A gain of just 1, second down and 9 now coming up for the Buffaloes. Nearing the midway mark of the third quarter, Abernathy up big in this one. Handoff again goes to Eisman. A little bit of room. He bounces off a couple of tacklers, and he's out across the 40-yard line for a Stanton first down. There has not been many of those tonight. And Chance, while we can here, let's talk a little bit about what the UIL did today. They it was snapshot day, and what that means, they look at attendance across high schools in the state of Texas, which will determine kind of what the new district alignments will be the next season. They do that every 2 years. They kind of restructure everything every 2 years, and there's a pretty big change coming for the Antelopes we'll talk about here in just a minute, more than likely, as there's another snap to Benedict. He's going to try and keep it around the left side. He's run out of bounds on the far side of the field, but there's going to be a change in classification more than likely for the Antelopes.
Yeah, I mean, just from looking at the numbers, and if we go up, last realignment's numbers of 250, Abernathy's going to be dropped below that. So it looks like we're likely going to drop down to 2A Division I. So dropping down a class, we reported 228. And just to kind of give you an idea, other teams in our district reported, Idler reported 286, Roosevelt reported 347, and Littlefield reported 364.
As another handoff right up the middle to Eisman for the Buffaloes, goes for a gain of maybe 3 or 4. So, yeah, if history serves, Chance, you're going to have some different teams and different places that we're going to go play sports come the next couple of seasons.
Yeah, next couple of seasons and possibly, 4 seasons, just kind of depending on what our numbers look like. But with some smaller classes coming up, it looks like we may be in that Division II big school for the next couple of seasons for sure.
In the shotgun is Benedict. Benedict, an empty backfield, wants to throw. Has a wide-open receiver in Antelope territory and turning it upfield across the 40 down to the 39-yard line. That's another first down and another nice grab by number 21, Brett Davis.
Yeah, they haven't had too many positive plays, though, but credit to Stanton. They're still playing hard here. Being down big, some of those kids can kind of get in their head a little bit, but it looks like they're still trying to play hard and maybe get some points on the board here for Stanton.
And talking about those numbers, Chance, a moment ago, one might say, man, I thought Abernathy was growing. It is, but that's what's kind of funny about it. As we'll get to that, we'll finish that thought here in just a second. In the shotgun again is Benedict, takes the snap, has the option to pitch it, but he keeps it around the left side, and he takes it inside the 35-yard line. The most promising drive of the night here for the Stanton Buffaloes.
Yeah, most promising drive here. They're trying to get in a little groove here, and we're having some errant tackles. Looks like we're getting some hits, but we're not wrapping up. And so credit to them for still running hard. And let's see if Abernathy's defense continues to step up big here to try to keep a shutout on the board.
As Stanton looking to the sideline to get the call in here as we go at nearing 4 minutes to play tonight in the third quarter. There's the snapped empty backfield. Benedict to throw. Airs it out. He's got a man down the field. It hung in the air too long. That allowed the defender to catch up to it a little bit, Chance, and break it up on the sideline. That is number 10, Austin Fisher, in coverage for the Lopes.
Yeah, he had a guy open. It looked like he was kind of behind the defense there, but Austin Fisher was able to chase it down. And, that throw was, there, like you said, thrown up in the air a little bit too long, and Fisher was able to make a good play.
And back to the thought about realignment, then we'll move on. But Abernathy is growing as a whole, but snapshot numbers are just high school enrollment. So Abernathy, we're kind of in a stretch where we've got a couple of small high school classes. I can attest to this. You can too. Our kids are there, but Abernathy's elementary is most attended and as big as it's ever been. There's a snap and a handoff going up the middle. There's a battle at the line of scrimmage, Chance, and some hard-nosed hitting right there at the 30-yard line. It's going to go for a very short gain, and it's going to be, depending on the spot,
it looks like we have a flag here,
maybe
too.
just short of the first down, but let's check the penalty.
And I think they're going to get extracurricular on Abernathy there. I think there was some mouthing back and forth from both teams. I'm curious to see who they call it on.
Or it could have offsetting, potentially.
Yeah, potentially offsetting, but it looked like there, I think like you said, there was a big hit up front and a battle for the line of scrimmage. I think both guys got up kind of mouthing at each other.
I can live with that a little bit more than I can some of the careless penalties after plays and such, but they are going to call it on both teams,
yeah,
offsetting unsportsmanlike conduct penalties, and so they just kind of wipe each other out is basically how that works, and we'll have a fourth down and short coming up here for the Buffalo.
Yeah, Stanton's got to go for it here. They're down big, so they really have no choice, especially with the short field. They're definitely going to go for it here. And, kind of talking about those offsetting penalties, those things are going to happen, especially when you have a team that's up big and a team that's kind of fighting for some pride there at the end of the game, and they're still running hard and playing hard. But at the same time, like I said, we still want to play antelope football and stay true to ourselves and try to stay out of our own way.
3:59 to play tonight in the third quarter.
While we have a little time here, getting back to those snapshot numbers, some of the teams that are in our district right now, you have Roosevelt and Littlefield who are reporting over 120 kids more than what we have.
That's crazy. Yeah.
And so that kind of shows you that divide when you're looking at those numbers. Idlew's pretty close to us at 286. Like I said, Abernathy was reporting 228. But, even dropping down possibly to that 2A Division I, it's not going to get easier, Ty, from a competition standpoint.
Not at all.
Some of the teams that you're possibly going to face, New Home jumping big. They're going from small school 2A to big school 2A.
And they're going to be a big school 2A. They almost jumped multiple classifications. Here we go on fourth down and short. Under center, the snap. It's going to be close. A push at the line of scrimmage, and maybe second effort going to be enough to move the chains here for the Buffaloes.
Yeah, I was curious to see what the spot's going to be.
It is a first down.
Yeah, they're going to give it to them.
For Stanton. So a fresh set of downs. And, Chance, we both have first graders at Abernathy Elementary, and there's almost 80 students in the first grade class, and there's 2 or 3 classes in elementary that are very close in size. So the move down will not last long term for the Antelopes, but for the next, like you said, 2, possibly 4 years, may stay down at 2A D1, but as a whole, Abernathy growing and flourishing as a community and school. In the shotgun on first down and 10, rolling to the near side, looking to throw is Benedict. Kind of just has a wide open receiver, a short dump off in the flat, turning it upfield. It's a nice catch there by number 11, Zane Henderson, as he takes it for another first down for Stanton.
Yeah, nothing fancy there from Stanton. Just kind of like a little out route right there. Kind of lost that guy coming out of the backfield and was able to get a good positive gain right there for Stanton.
We're going to go inside of 3 minutes to play tonight in the third quarter. The Antelopes on top 37-0. Trying to keep the shutout intact. Chances. Abernathy's going on 7 quarters of shutout football defensively. Benedict is in the gun, hands it off to the near side. The Antelopes are there this time. I could tell by his defensive stance before I ever even saw the number. It's Levi Carrillo, a nice defensive play.
Big play right there by Carrillo to run him out of bounds.
As the clock is running, even though he went out of bounds, they're being generous with moving that clock here. 2:23 left in the third quarter. It's going to be second down and 9, a gain of just 1 on that last play for the Buffaloes. In the shotgun is Benedict. 2 receivers set to the far side. Benedict takes the snap, empty backfield, looking to throw, overthrows his intended receiver. That's a dangerous pass for Stanton, kind of into no man's land there. And it's going to be third down and 9.
Good defensive stand right there. Let's see what they call here on third down. They're probably going to have to take a shot. I don't think they're going to run it here because they got a lot of yards to pick up, but they're definitely playing for pride here to finish this third quarter.
As we've got a timeout on the field, they want to talk about it. That gives us a chance to thank some of our sponsors, as we've got St. Clair and Massey Orthodontics along with Lambert Insurance, the Junkin Farmers Market in Abernathy, Nana's Donuts also in Abernathy, as is Vista Bank, Web Vision Center of Plainview, Hill Veterinary Services, and the Abernathy Little League, all proud supporters of the Antelopes and Lady Lopes. If you're on the lookout for Abernathy Little League sign-ups, those are going to be headed your way in the next week or so, maybe 2 weeks. And so best way to keep up with that is watch out on the Abernathy Little League Facebook page for that information. 37-0 chance here. Abernathy well on their way to their second consecutive district win. Now you just got to wait and see if you're going to keep the shutout intact here. You would expect a couple of downs here for Stanton to move the sticks or get into the end zone.
Yeah, they're definitely going to be going for it, obviously, with them being so close, and then obviously with them being down by such a big margin. But like I said, they're kind of fighting for pride here, but so is Abernathy. If you can have 2 back-to-back games of pulling off a shutout, that bodes well, especially going into your last district game of the season with a tough Coahoma team coming to Abernathy.
As third down and 9, chance of defense coming from the Antelope side. In the gun is Benedict, looking to throw, empty backfield, airs it out towards the end zone. It's a jump ball, and he could have been on stilts, and he wouldn't have caught that one. It's overthrown out of bounds to the far sideline, and it's fourth down and 9. Chance, you have an updated score on that Roosevelt Coahoma ball game?
Yeah, Coahoma's kind of pulling away here. It's 34-14, and
wow.
Third quarter is about to finish up. And then and the last score I got here is 32-12 at halftime. So I bet that game's already in the third quarter, but I don't have an updated score for that.
That's an impressive performance by the Coahoma Bulldogs. They put up 70 on this Stanton team last week, and so that's going to be a tough ball game next week for the Antelope. In the shotgun, receivers spread everywhere on 4th and 9. Benedict to throw to the end zone, and not able to hang on is number 22 for the Buffaloes. Cameron Eisman, he had a hand on it, but he couldn't haul in the one-handed grab chance. And the Antelope defense, they bend but don't break. It's a defensive stop brought to you by the South Plains Auto Ranch.
Big defensive stop, and pressure right there on the quarterback to kind of rush that throw, and no other than number 14, Dane Provost, was getting the pressure there on the quarterback.
1:47 to go in the third quarter as the Antelopes are going to take over again, leading 37-0, and you would expect a heavy dose of maybe Ponciano on this drive for the Antelopes. Might see Caleb Brown as well. There's the snap. Handoff is going to go up the middle, as that is Caleb Brown, number 25, going for a gain of 3, almost 4 yards, and it'll be second down for the Antelopes.
getting back to the realignment we talked about, you're possibly going to see some different faces, some different teams, maybe some old familiar faces. Likely, you never know what UIL is going to do. They kind of may not even have a map out when they're drawing out those districts because teams can be pretty spread out. But, the likelihood that you could see some familiar faces coming up this next 2 seasons.
In the shotgun, low snap. Going down to get it, Trejo hands it off, sweep around the right side. Caleb Brown again. Brown gets the corner and races for a Nutrient Ag Solutions first down.
Yeah, they were lucky to get to him over there on the far side and force him out of bounds. If not, he had one guy to beat, and he was going to take it a long way for an Antelope touchdown.
Yeah, you mentioned, Chance, some of those teams, if you stay south or go south, the likes of New Home and Sundown and New Deal and some of those teams, if the UIL gets a wild hair and decides to send you the Panhandle, you're looking at teams like Panhandle, Spearman, some of those teams from north, possibly Health Center.
Yep.
If they get real crazy, teams like Stratford. I mean, you just never know what the UIL is going to do.
You never know what they're going to do, and Spearman's another team that's 3A as well, and they actually reported less numbers than Abernathy to drop down as well.
Huge hole on the near side for Caleb Brown. Brown gets the handoff into Buffalo territory across midfield. It's another Nutrient Ag Solutions first down, and more yards on the ground for the Antelopes.
Yep, more yards on the ground for the Antelopes, and they're doing what we talked about earlier. If it ain't broke, don't try to fix it. Stick with it on the ground. Keep running the ball. Keep pounding the rock. And it don't matter who we put in the backfield. The way these guys are pushing those guys around up front, I think anybody's going to be able to get big chunk yardage.
As the clock rolls down here late in the third quarter, in the shotgun is Elijah Trejo. Trejo takes the snap, hands it off. Up the middle, there's helmet-on-helmet collision right at the line of scrimmage, and then plowing forward for a couple of yards, there's Caleb Brown. It'll be 2nd down and 8 coming up here for the Antelopes, and that takes us to the end of quarter number 3 tonight. Chance, Abernathy 12 minutes away from turning in their second consecutive district win. 37-0, Abernathy rolling on the road tonight in Stanton.
For over 100 years, Plains Land Bank has specialized in financing rural property. We are passionate about agriculture and ensuring that producers are successful. Your land is more than just your livelihood, it's your legacy, and we want you to see it grow for generations to come. Let us help you own a piece of Texas. Come visit our Plainview office today or give us a call at 806-296-5579. At Plains Land Bank, we are a proud supporter of our West Texas high school student athletes.
Well, welcome back. When you're laughing and making jokes on the air, it's a good night for the Antelopes. We head to the fourth quarter, leading big, 37-0, and Abernathy's on the move again.
Yeah, I think we want to finish this up kind of before we get into the fourth quarter, talking about the realignment stuff. And some people can kind of see it as, we're going to go drop down to 2A. The competition's not going to be as tough. And we talked about it. There's some dominant teams there in the 2A district and even some teams that are going to still be very, very competitive. We talked about New Home. They've been very dominant in Division II. Jumping up to Division I, I think they're going to continue to stay competitive. And then you have teams like Sunray and Spearman and New Deal and some other teams that are still going to be competing.
In the shotgun is Trejo. Trejo hands the ball off, coming to the near side. Abernathy, a heavy dose of the ground game. It goes inside the 40, down to the 38. And, Chance, you mentioned Stratford, a team that's making the jump up from small school 2A to big school 2A, and they're fresh off of a state championship in football a year or so ago. So lots of stiff competition regardless of where the Antelopes land.
Yeah, and that's just West Texas football. Everybody kind of plays hard-nosed, and when you have a winning tradition, they kind of stick with that, kind of like Abernathy has been over the past 10, 20 years.
Left side sweep goes again to Caleb Brown out of the Antelope backfield, and he stumbles close to a first down. He might be a yard or so short, Chance, and you look up, and all of a sudden it's 4th down and short here for the Antelopes. Imagine kind of in no man's land at the 37. They'll keep the offense on the field here. And give their offensive linemen a chance to make the push and move the chains here.
Yeah, they've been proving it all night. I expect them to continue to prove it here and get that push up front.
As in the shotgun is Elijah Trejo. Trejo takes the snap, hands it off up the middle, big hole, first down across the 35-yard line. That's another Nutrient Ag Solutions first down, another tough run there by Caleb Brown. A nice block up front by Jake Harkey. 10:35 left to go now in the ball game tonight.
Expect Abernathy to kind of take their time here, not to be in any kind of hurry, eating up as much of the play clock as possible, and try to get out here. You know, it's not so much about putting the points on the board, but continuing to keep the clock moving and keeping our offense on the field.
And stay healthy as well.
That's it.
In the shotgun is Trejo. Trejo's going to take the snap. He's going to hand the ball off, coming to the near side, and Turf Monster got Brown that time. He stumbles down at the 35-yard line.
Yeah, maybe a loss of one there, and I don't think there was much doing for him, but like you said, Turf Monster got him in the backfield. I don't think he would have got a ton of chunk yards, but definitely unfortunate to see a negative play on that one.
Antelopes led this one big at the half. They've added a couple of touchdowns here in the second half, and the defense continues to shine as well.
Looks like we're changing out some personnel here. I'm not sure if we're going to try to air it out or just kind of go into a different formation, but we got some more receivers here in for the Lopes.
As in the shotgun is Elijah. Receivers all over the place. Handoff is a sweep to the left side. It's Brown. Brown gets the corner. A flag comes in right as he turned the corner. We'll check the penalty marker. As it stands, it would be a first down run for Caleb Brown, but let's check the penalty.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to call holding, and maybe on number 7, Carrillo, and I don't think he was too happy about it. I think he felt he had a clean block, but I think that's what the call is going to be.
I'm not going to complain up 37-0 chance, but I don't know that Stanton's had a penalty called on them all night long.
Yeah, I think they have outside of the one, offsetting, unsportsmanlike. They haven't had any penalties on them, but that turns it into a second and long here.
Abernathy going to have a enjoyable 2-hour bus ride home as opposed to what it could have been had the result not been good tonight in Stanton. It'll make a 2-hour bus ride seem a little bit better.
Yeah, a little bit better and a little bit more peaceful. You can kind of lay your head back and rest instead of thinking about some of the things you could have done different. But
another handoff going right to the middle, then bouncing it to the near side with some room on the edge inside the 30. Ponciano gets the penalty yardage back and gets to the 25-yard line, and he is just shy of a first down chance of only about a yard. That's about 17, 18 yards there for Lance Ponciano.
That's happened to us on back-to-back where we had a big penalty, and the next play we either got the yardage back or scored a touchdown. So good credit right there to Abernathy, kind of saying, you know what, big penalty, put us back on behind the 8 ball. Let's just go ahead and get it back here in one play.
Inside of 8:40 left to go in tonight's ball game. Antelopes continue to lead in shutout fashion. Trejo in the gun. Takes the snap, another handoff, bouncing it. It wasn't there in the middle, so Ponciano bounces it wide. It's a sprint to the end zone, 25 yards, and for the second time tonight, Lance Ponciano finds pay dirt. Chance, it's a First Baptist Church Antelope touchdown and 25 more yards on the ground.
Yeah, Ponciano tried to run it up the middle there. It was kind of clogged up, and he said, you know what, I'm going to bounce it to the outside. Doesn't look like there's anybody out here. And it was a foot race to the end zone. He outrun all the Stanton Buffaloes to get the 6 points.
43-0. The Antelopes lead. And the pending PAT, which has been an adventure all night. Chance, I hope we don't have a game later down the road that comes down to a PAT, as another one is up, and it is no good. Abernathy leads 43-0 here late in this one. We'll take a timeout and come back. You're listening to Abernathy Antelope Football.
DB Media specializes in all things audio, video, and lighting. From designs and installs tailored to your commercial application to concerts and corporate events and even studio recording and mixing for bands and artists, DB Media has you covered. DB Media is a proud supporter of the Abernathy Antelopes and Lady Lopes this season.
As we welcome you back, Chance, here to Stanton, Texas. Abernathy, a couple of 100-yard rushers now tonight is with that last run. Lance Ponciano, he had 88 on 14 carries last week, and he's over 100 yards rushing here tonight as he finds the end zone for the second time. You couple that with 160-plus yards out of Rolando Martinez, who really hadn't played much in the second half, and Abernathy's living large on the ground.
Yeah, keeping it simple, running up the middle, letting our big men up front do the job, and just continue to pound the rock.
As another First State Bank kickoff here for the Antelopes, a line drive, end-over-end kick. Another muffed kickoff at the 13-yard line, picked up by the Buffaloes, trying to run it back across the 20, as that is number 21, Brett Davis, on the run back. It'll be first down and 10 as Stanton takes over.
I got some updated scores here. It looks like Littlefield kind of caught back up on Idalou. Its third quarter is about to end. It's 32-19, so Idalou still ahead there, but Littlefield playing them tough there at home. Kahoma still up. Fourth quarter just started. It's 34-22 against Roosevelt. Cahoma's winning that one.
Roosevelt kind of hanging around within striking distance there. Again, those are both important results as far as Abernathy is concerned. As another snap to Benedict in the gun, he hands it off to Eisman again, and really outside of that, Chance, just not a lot of firepower on offense for Stanton.
Yeah, not a lot of firepower, and it's curious to see how much fight we have left in them. You know, they're kind of playing for pride here, knowing that getting a victory is kind of out of the question, but seeing if they can put some points on the board and finish the game on a positive note, possibly.
Well, and all of a sudden you begin to look as this is the final 7.5 minutes for some of these Stanton seniors to play on their home field as well, as senior night here, final home game of the season for Stanton as the handoff goes around the edge on the far side.
You know, and this is one of those times for Abernathy where you're seeing some of those reserves, those second-string guys. You know, they're out there, they rotate, they play during the game, but seeing a lot more playing time right now here and seeing who can continue to step up. Once you go into the last district game and then possibly go into the playoffs, some of those guys may have to step up and play a little bit more, going deeper down the road.
As in the shotgun is Benedict on third and short, and there's movement up front. There's a penalty flag against Stanton, as I just had to speak it into existence there, but false start penalty against the Buffaloes. 3rd and 4 becomes 3rd and 9.
Yeah, we had a little motion there on defense. We were shifting over here to the near side, and I think that kind of threw off one of their. It looked like either their tight end or that outside lineman, and made them jump on that false start.
Under 7 minutes to play now in the ball game. Abernathy winding down their 4th victory of the season. They're looking to get to 4-5 overall, but more importantly, back to 500 at 2-2 in district play. Little slant pattern over the middle, and Chance, there was a receiver there, but how about Lance Ponciano going airborne and deflecting that one away?
Yeah, deflecting that one away, and who was putting the pressure on the quarterback again? 14. Dane Provost. We talked about him earlier. He's only got about 6 or 7 tackles possibly tonight, but he's definitely been in the backfield putting pressure on that quarterback all night.
Ponciano stands at just 5'8", Chance, but he leapt up there pretty good that time, got good vertical.
Yeah, he said, I think I want another interception tonight, and jumped up, but he wasn't able to get that one.
As a punting situation for Stanton, as they go 3 and out, it's a defensive stand brought to you by the Auto Ranch. South Plains Auto Ranch in Abernathy. That punt's almost blocked, but then they get away a good one, and Abernathy, they stay away from it, and there is a flag. That is going to be a 15-yarder as Brody Shadden just got thrown to the ground unnecessarily by a Stanton return man.
Yeah, and he's trying to plead his case saying, I don't know what happened. Why couldn't I do that? But he wasn't trying to pick up the ball, so I'm curious to see why he was even thinking that he could put a hit on one of our guys there.
And Brody jumps up a little bit fired up.
These Abernathy Antelopes, it may be the fourth quarter, and we may be up big, but they're still playing out there with some passion. It looks like we're going to see another number 13 trotting out there to play quarterback possibly.
As first down and 10 is the Antelopes. As they're going to mark off the 15-yard penalty yardage, and Abernathy will take it across the 45 at the 46-yard line. And the Antelopes going to have it with some second and third stringers getting some action here as we near the midway mark of the fourth quarter, excuse me.
I don't know what they're discussing over here. What's going on?
They had moved the penalty yardage off, and the Stanton coaching staff not happy about something across the way. I don't know if he's just now arguing the penalty or what.
Yeah, I'm curious to see what's happening. But while we're waiting, number 44, I believe that's Ryan Hillis. I think that's who that is.
I think you're right. It is Ryan Hillis.
It's Ryan Hillis. I want to give him a shout out. He's playing a lot on defense, and we've been giving credit to those big guys up front, but he's been leading the way. He's kind of playing a fullback area there and getting some big blocks up front. So, and for him just to be a sophomore, I believe that's a big role to play early on in the season. I think he got moved up about halfway through the season, so he's played very well going into the back end of district play.
Chance, it's a full-time job keeping up with some of these jersey swaps that these Antelopes have had this season. We think we know what a number is, and then they have a different number, and it throws us for a loop.
But that's all right. We'll give credit when we know we can give credit due.
43-0. Oh, I haven't even updated my my scoreboard, Chance, since the last touchdown for the Antelopes. As Abernathy up big, and they've got the ball back. There's the snap in the shotgun, handing it off, coming to the near side, trying to get the edge on the sweep. That is number 20. Yeah, that's not Alan Macias.
Yeah, that's 21, but that's not Macias.
As all sorts of guys getting into the ball game here tonight.
And we talked about it. We had some the JV game got canceled, so possibly some of those JV guys could have got moved up to get some playing time here on Friday.
As Abernathy letting the clock run down as far as they can in the shotgun, letting the play clock tick all the way down. It's inside of 5 now. There's the snap, handoff coming to the near side. As flags fly.
False start.
And Abernathy offsides. So that'll back the Antelopes up 5 yards.
Another scoring update. We kind of talked about this earlier. Canadian was picked as a 86-point spread against Toya in the fourth quarter. There's still 9 minutes left there, and they're winning 72-0 over Toya.
They might cover the 86-point spread.
They might cover it. That's a long road. They playing in Canadian, so that's a long road trip back home for Toya getting beat that bad.
As there's going to be another handoff going towards the middle, across midfield, down to the 45-yard line.
Number 21 for the Lopes there. Big run, running hard.
I'm working on it, Chance, trying to get some answers.
Yeah, we're trying to get some answers here, but we'll give them credit. Number 21's running hard.
And we apologize for not having that information. Sometimes we just get what we're sent and do the best we can and have to pick and plug. Sometimes things change in the week and happens last minute, and sometimes we don't get that information. There's another handoff going left side, and that's going to be a short gain. It will be a first down run, though, I think.
It looks like there's a flag on the play, and I'm not sure if it's going to be on the tackle or on the outside receiver making a block.
As this may back the Antelopes up here. as we've just got over 4 minutes now to play in tonight's ball game. I believe that's going to be a holding penalty on Abernathy. It's going to back the Antelopes up. Like you said, Chance, we've got more on the roster than we typically do due to our JV not having enough players, healthy players to fill the team this week. And so a lot of those guys getting bumped up and up big, you're getting a chance to see some of them play tonight.
You know, and that may not sound like much to us, but for those JV guys to get the opportunity to suit up on Friday nights already and get some playing time, you know, it may be with us up big, but at the same time, that's them getting to suit up on the varsity and kind of get to shine on those Friday night lights.
Number 21 is Malachi Waters, and he is a sophomore for the Antelopes. He's gotten the last couple of carries, and he's going to get another one here as he kind of stutters around in the backfield, misdirects, and Waters gets the edge, and he runs it down the far sideline, Chance, and that's a Nutrient Ag Solutions first down for Malachi Waters. I don't know that that's how they draw it up, but a good job by Malachi seeing the field and doing what he had to do to pick up the yards.
Yeah, for him to be getting his first carries on Friday night, he made a big play there. He kind of tried to run it up the middle, turned the field on the outside, and was able to get all that penalty yardage back from that hold.
Is down to the 35-yard line.
Some updated scores here. Kahoma 41, Lubbock Roosevelt 22. There's 3 minutes left in that game, and Littlefield's trying to make a pushback. They're only down 6 to Idlew now, 32-26. So that just goes to show you how tough of a Littlefield team is that we beat in Abernathy last week.
As another handoff to Walters around the left side, and he takes it inside the 35 down to the 33. And it's going to be a gain of 1 second down and 9, and it's Jagger Wiley that's in playing quarterback right now for the Antelopes. Number 13, Jagger Wiley. He takes the snap. He hands the ball off up the middle again to Walters, and Walters driven backwards. A nice push up front defensively by Stanton, and it's going to be third down and long.
Yeah, so I'm sure that's pretty cool, too, for Coach, for his son to be out there taking some of those snaps here on Friday night.
And I'm pretty sure that Jagger is the starting JV quarterback. Yep. And so with them not playing this week, that enables him to get some action here tonight on the road in Stanton.
Yeah. Also, it does a lot, too, because, you know, some of those guys may get moved up next year. They may get moved up for playoffs, but it kind of gets some of those nerves out of the way early so you kind of know what to expect when you're out here on Friday night.
In the shotgun, there's the snap. Wiley hands it to Walters. Walters misdirects again, and he gets outside. Can I get an MVP chant? No, not really. But
he's running hard. He is running hard for sure.
Down to the 28-yard line, and it is going to be fourth down and 5 coming up here for the Antelopes as we go down inside of about 40 left to play in the ball game. Abernathy will probably keep the offense on the field here.
Yeah, about 4th and 6, looks like, for Abernathy. Maybe a long 5. Curious to see what they do. They keep it on the ground. Maybe they may try to throw it. I bet they keep it on the ground, though.
In the shotgun, there's the snap. Handoff coming to the near side. Walters dives forward, and Chance, it'll depend on the spot. Walters, he's getting after it, man. He's running hard. And did he get it or did he not? He did not. Stopped about a yard short, and the ball's going to go over on downs. And Chance, shout out to Lourdes Flores. She is helping us out a ton as we're just going to give some of these guys credit who are getting into the game right now. You've got Quentin Rodriguez along with Wiley, Eduardo Perez, Cam Marshall, Dre Winfield, Darian and then Xavier Camacho as well, all getting into the ball game, and those guys deserve to have their name mentioned tonight as well.
Yeah, for sure. And like I said, the biggest thing, you may not be making big plays, you may not be flashing all over the field, but to be able to see what that speed looks like on Friday nights and get some of those nerves out of your system, because your name may be called sooner rather than later, so that way you can kind of know what it's like to be out here.
We always appreciate our our followers and watchers and listeners that help us out when we may not know something. We may talk like we know everything, Chance, but sometimes we don't.
Hey, like you said, we're only working with the information that's given.
As a deep ball down the far sideline, and that's a big play for Stanton, going airborne to haul in a catch is number 11, Zane Henderson. And Chance, he was fired up probably because he's a senior and getting a big catch for Stanton over there on the far sideline in their final home game.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened over there. It looked like our corner on that far side, I don't know if they got tangled up or if he got knocked down when they were trying to run, but he was wide open and our defender was there on the ground. But big play right there for Stanton.
Longest offensive play of the night for the Buffaloes. Looking to throw it again. Receiver down the sideline, almost picked off. As sliding over there was
number 11.
But I don't know if that's Aaron Russum. It's number 11, but I think Russum is still out with injury.
Yeah, I think so too. But big play right there by number 11, and Stanton's receiver actually had to go in and try to make a tackle while he was in the air.
Second down and 10 coming up here for the Buffaloes. 53 seconds left to play. Looking to throw again, airing it out down the sideline, and it's well covered. And it's incomplete at the 30-yard line. As you had three different Antelope defenders, Brody Shadden along with Caleb Brown in coverage that time for the Antelopes. And it'll be third down and 10 for Stanton as we wind down the final moments of this one.
Few ticks of the clock left here, and it looks like Abernathy is going to get to 500 in district play and a big game coming up to finish the season.
In the gun, there's the snap, the handoff going up the middle, and it's going to go across the 45 down close to the 40-yard line. And getting a message saying that is Aaron Russum, number 11. That could be big moving forward, if so, for the Antelopes, Chance, as he's missed the last 5 or 6 weeks due to an injury. As fourth down coming up here for Stanton. 15, 14, 13 seconds left in the ball game. Rolling near side, Benedict looking to throw, being chased around. He's not going to get there. Caleb Brown, a fitting way to end it, tackling Benedict near the line of scrimmage. And just come on and let that clock run out. If you're the hometown clock keeper, the ball is going to go over on downs. Chance Abernathy will come out in victory formation. Wiley will take a knee, and this one will be over.
Yep, another big shutout, another big win for the Lopes, and almost the same exact, recipe for success. They come out, play big defensively.
And they're not going to make them run another play. They go ahead and run the 2 seconds off.
Smart play right there by the officials, and I think by both coaches kind of come to an agreement on that one.
As 43-0, Chance has put a bow on this one. The Abernathy Antelopes, they went through a 2-game stretch when it was going pretty rough for Abernathy back when they played Milshu along with Idalou, and they were outscored in a 2-game stretch 96-0, Chance. And the last 2 games for the Antelopes, they now have outscored their opponents 93-0. So turning the tide a little bit and getting things going back in the right direction.
Yeah, getting back in the right direction. Like I said it before, basically the same recipe for success. Keeping the ball on the ground, keep pounding the rock, trusting our linemen up front, letting the defense step up big time, make some big plays, and continue to play hungry and fighting and kind of knowing, hey, some of these seniors stepped up and some of these key players stepped up and said, hey, if we want to make a push, if we want to go to the playoffs, if we want to continue this winning tradition for the Abernathy Antelopes, we're going to have to step up big, and they've done that the past 2 weeks.
Chance, putting some final numbers on this one. You've got Rolando Martinez, who played just over 2 quarters tonight, finished with 15 carries, 164 yards, and 4 touchdowns. Lance Ponciano, 7 carries, 105 yards, and a couple of touchdowns. Elijah Trejo finishes 5 of 8 for 51 yards. You had Carson Curry, a couple of catches tonight. Rolando Martinez had a catch for 18 yards. In all, Chance, Abernathy, another big night offensively, averaging 356 yards. Or not averaging, they get 356 yards of total offense tonight. And on the other side, for the Buffaloes, they finish up this one with just over 140 yards of total offense. So really domination on both sides of the ball for the Antelopes.
Yeah, domination on both sides of the ball, and you kind of credited the offense, but the defense, was kind of the key to keeping that big goose egg up for Abernathy. Keegan Russell had the interception along with Levi Carrillo in the first half. Dane Provost was a madman on that side of the ball, getting a lot of pressure. And in the second half, Ponciano had the big fumble recovery, and Rolando, number 22, had the big interception as well in the second half.
Abernathy's going to close out their season next Friday night, their regular season, that is, next Friday night. It'll be a big one as the upstart Coahoma Bulldogs are going to come to town, a 7 p.m. kickoff next Friday. We'll have the broadcast for you beginning at 6:45 with the pregame. But Abernathy getting the win, and Coahoma, they were leading Roosevelt earlier. Do you have an updated score on that one?
Yeah, there's about a minute left. It looks like they're going to come out with a victory. It's 41-22. Looks like Coahoma's going to come in on a 2-game winning streak.
So you're going to have Abernathy and Coahoma both chance at 2-2. That's going to be a massive ball game next Friday night at Antelope Stadium. A big win tonight for Coahoma against the Roosevelt Eagles.
Yep.
And so that sets up a big-time showdown next week. Want to give a shout-out to Jarek Avila, who helped us out on the broadcast tonight. He not only kept up with stats, but also was our eyes tonight as we missed Travis. But if he's listening, shout out to Travis back home. Hopefully we'll get him back next week. But tonight it's all smiles for the Antelopes, Chance, as they win it 43-0.
And then one final scoring update. Looks like Idler's going to pull it off. There's about 5 minutes left in that game, and they're winning by 13, 39-26. So looks like they're going to possibly get that outright district title, and Littlefield's going to go on a 2-game losing skid.
So make for an interesting final week of district play next Friday night. Lots can happen in spots 2 through 4, and we'll kind of research all that and kind of let you know what that's going to look like come next week. But until next Friday night when we go back home and the Coahoma Bulldogs are in town, it's for Chance Rocha and Ty Horsford saying good night and God bless from Stanton, Texas.